we are die rolling. We are from the southwest of the United Kingdom. We enjoy playing Dungeons and Dragons. We enjoy long walks on the beach and other tomfoolery.
I hate them all. I'm only here for the snacks.
I didn't realise we were playing Dungeons and Dragons for about a year.
I didn't realise we were going for a long walk on the beach. Is that after the break?
That's later. We are on episode 10?
Something.
11.
Episode something.
Episode 11.
Are we 11?
And
11.
we're ready to go. Let's do this.
Hello, boys. Pink lemonade?
Mom!
And Jack.
Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna try a new form of recap here.
Which
It's
is
going to be the
go.
15-second recap.
I can do that.
Go.
We turned up at Spare Casa. There was a big bell. We met a guy called Fi. We went into the cowl of the something, and then there was a dead body and blood, and there's Blackfire.
Lots of blood, lots of death.
You had another like.
Blown down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
But counting, I missed the recap.
Oh.
You've just opened the door to the most southwesterly room in this larger chamber that you were in previously. There's a 100-foot wide broad chamber with the two gardens in the middle, or the two patches of garden in the middle. Skylight from above you. The stairs up to which you've just seen Zolan blasted down the stairs.
Kaboom!
Come flying to this big backdraft of black fire and smoke, which blasted you off your feet. You had just searched the body of an augur in the southwest room, this little study breakout room. On him you found a small book,
Which
which you've pocketed, entitled The Sacred Cow.
The Sacred Cow.
The Sacred Cow.
Just opened a lock,
Yep.
which
Opened all
triggered
the other locks.
a variety of other doors around the room, and who knows what else. It's just doors. Or is it? It is. Yeah.
It's a man made of doors.
Doom, death and doom.
And the smoke now billowing into this main room. All these doors have just clicked. At this point in time, remember there are three doors to the left side of this room, not in a flat line. All the rooms or doors seem to jut out just a little bit. And there are three on the right side, two that are quite prominent on the right hand side, one behind the just around the corner. If you remember, there's a little pool, and behind there was another little door. There was the staircase, balcony running east to west along there. And if you turn to the corner on the left side, you found the tower, or the exterior to the tower.
Climbing
if you
the tower.
turn to the corner to the right side, you found another door. And this is where we find ourselves. At this point in time, a door opens from right. So you're inside this room at the lower
I'm
left.
inside the if we're looking towards the stairwell up to where the big door that's just blown open, I'm in the furthest cubicle down on the left.
Behind and left you in effect, that's right. And then at that exact moment, the door to the next door along, which is only 15 feet north along that wall, slides open, and you see a man holding a short sword. Very dirty, bloodied face, long, straggly, brown, dark hair, wearing blue, I don't know the word, slightly puffed trousers, which are tight at the ankles but puffed
hammer pants?
around the legs. And
Pantaloons?
around, I'm going to
You
look
call
the
them
word up.
harem pants, maybe?
Maybe.
Harem pants?
Almost like the Arabic style trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what they're
Aladdin pants.
It is.
Aladdin pants.
Aladdin pants.
And they are a sort of a royal blue coloured, but they're not very clean. They're quite dirty. Shirtless, in relatively good physique.
Sexy boy.
Big
Nice.
tattoo of a knife running from chest to sternum with elf's ears either side of it. You know this symbol extremely well from Equa. And I will refresh you quietly in the background.
Okay.
With his ears and his belly.
Well,
It's a bit much, isn't it?
it is, yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's alright, I get it, you're cool. You're edgy.
Okay.
Alright.
And at that point in time,
I'm not going to be nicely predisposed towards this chap.
blood kind of what seems like dried blood around the mouth. And at that point in time, we're going to roll initiative.
Which door was this, Jack? Sorry, I was
The
unlocking my
door
phone.
next to one I'm the little room
Cool.
that I'm
You're in the one with several sliding
Yeah.
doors with the pool in. Is that the room with the pool?
Pool in the corner.
Is it the room with the pool in the corner?
The main room, yeah, that
Yeah.
big central main room at the bottom of the stairs. You've just been blown down the bottom of the stairs.
Sweet!
And we're going to roll initiative here.
I rolled 3 dice, can I take the highest?
Oh, can I have another one?
20 unnatural.
I don't like getting a high number.
Don't like getting another
It's
one.
Kokoni. Hello, Kokoni.
Hi!
Welcome to the stream!
Just say hello. Hello, Cocaine. Yeah, that's her name, right?
Hello.
Hello, Cocaine.
Hello.
No,
Oh, yeah,
hello.
it's Kokoni.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, it's Cocaine, that's right.
It's Kokoni.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
Hello, it's Cocaine.
I'm very confused by the whole thing.
Anyway,
Exactly.
I'll just say hello.
It's confusing.
Hello.
Hit me, guys.
20 unnatural.
What, so soon into the evening?
15. Obviously natural.
6.
Oh, savage.
6 big ones.
6.
6 chunky ones.
6 chunky numbers of smallness.
6 agile, quick responses.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just where I want to be.
So, blade is raised. Seems likely he thinks you guys are a threat. He's so you're in the room at the moment, so you've got, so you've just, I guess, peering out and you've glanced across to see this person. And he's 15 foot from you into that main room. I've positioned you, Felix, and you, Thorny, just outside the door, so you're sort of between where Malkin is and this person that's just opened the door. You're 10 to 12 feet away from him, and you're right up against this rear left corner, so you're sort of backed up in big, huge room. He's 10 foot in front of you, hugging that left wall,
10
just
foot.
opened that.
Hugging.
That's all I got now. Hey, wall.
Okay, Felix.
Cool. Stood in his humanoid stance. Great sword. I was going to say broadsword.
The
lol.
broadsword.
Great sword over shoulder. He's going to peg it towards this guy. Engage.
I will shout, get him, Felix, he's a bad un.
Get in close. And he's going to present the sword, so in a fighting stance, and going to ready a attack in case this guy is a hostile.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, "Murderer, murderer." Yeah.
What are you ready for?
He's ready an attack as soon as this guy tries to swing at him.
But you're holding your position. You haven't moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in close.
Oh.
Okay. Fine. So
He's met a strange, broad number of people recently, especially at Bastion. So, someone with blood around their mouths might be a friend.
Might be.
Could be, yeah.
I'm teeming with books here. I love it. Okay. He immediately turns back, startled to see you, just pulls back into the room, shuts the door again.
That's a disengage.
You're within 10 feet. Okay.
Within 5 foot, I get a.
So I would say your trigger was if he looks like he's going to attack you. Didn't look like he was going to
Sadly,
attack you.
with Sentinel, Jack.
Yes.
Yeah, no matter what happens, I get a
Okay,
reaction.
fine, no problem.
I don't remember who's going
Within 10 feet as well.
5 because I went 5
did you
foot
go forward,
for,
did you? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
No
going
problem.
to
So
roll
I'm
ahead.
going to say he's half obscured because he's got a slightly better AC than he normally would because he's sort of in the doorway.
Okay, well, it's 16 plus 6 to hit.
So 22 to hit.
22.
22 is
I
going to
just
be
wanted
enough.
to hear it out of your mouth.
Yeah. 22 is certainly enough.
Cool. He is going to do... I can re-roll that one. I can... How long... Hang on. How many times can I re-roll that? I think only once. I'm going to go only once in the name of speed. 6 plus 3, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
You can
Okay.
re-roll a 1 or 2
so-
damage dice with many less. Yeah.
Absolutely smash this guy completely. He's just stepped out the door, looked round the corner, tried to walk back in, and this 2-foot Fur Knight has launched his broadsword and taken a huge chunk out of his physique. He sort of almost falls back into the room, sort of half shutting the door as he goes. But on his turn, he completely shuts the door, and you just hear some pain noises coming from the other side of the door.
I got him!
Okay.
Nice.
We are into Zolan.
I'm happy to skip this turn if you want. I'm on my ass.
I mean, you're
You know what I
prone.
mean? Yeah, well, I'll get up.
Okay.
I'll be winded. I'm not doing anything this round.
Zolan!
Okay.
You know, yeah.
And just so you know, Zolan, you're-
Still smoke trail of your arc
Possibly.
lingering in the air.
Toes in my boots. I'm probably smoking slightly.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
You are about 60 or so feet from the door and about 70 feet from where
How many flights of stairs was it that I fell down?
you thought not the flights. It was about 9 steps, 9 stone.
Yeah, that's still that's a long way for a little guy
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Zolan. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
covered
not,
in
Couple of notes.
it's not the wind out of him, that is. Yeah.
black smoke still coughing up around you.
At least you didn't hit any of them, you just flew over them.
Thorinir, you've just seen this unfold in front of you. The reactions were quite impressive.
I am going to ready an attack on that door with a short bow.
So on something that comes out of the door, or the door
Yeah.
specifically?
On the thing that comes out of the door.
Okay, so if
Take
anything
this
comes out the door,
If that particular, yeah, I think it's like one of those FBI shoot 'em scenarios. If an innocent comes through, I'm not going to shoot.
Sure, no
No,
problem.
FBI. No, I'm kidding.
And are you getting any closer? You're 10 foot from it at the moment. You're going to get a little closer to it, reposition at all?
No, I like it from 10 feet.
Yeah. I said he pulled the door towards him. That wasn't true because they're sliding doors. He slid the door across himself.
Wonderful.
Okay. Then we go to Melbourne.
Right. Would I have
I don't know.
enough time in my turn to get to the door, yank it open, and grab him and haul him out?
Well, you can certainly get to the door and you can open the door.
Right?
Yeah. So
As soon as I see him, I'll let him go.
it takes about
Fine.
20 foot of your movement to get to the door.
That's all right.
Open the door.
Yeah. And I'm not going to just sort of open it and stand in the doorway.
Yeah.
I'm going to open it and stand to the side.
Okay. No problem. So you're opening, standing to the side, sort of ducking as you're,
Yeah.
cowering back.
Being careful.
Hiding behind the frame. And you're getting a look inside,
Mhm.
intentionally looking inside. Okay, so as you look inside the room, this one.
Brownies.
Yeah. Yeah, as you look inside the room,
Where's my flamethrower?
the first thing you notice is this the tattoo stands out to you straight away.
Hello.
Instant visceral flashbacks and a shudder, cold sweat over your back. You have a shiver as you see it for the first time in however long. He's right there in front of you. He looks in a horrible condition. He's just a huge chunk taken out of his shoulder, and he's sort of limping and pained. And across the far side of this, what looks like a kind of almost like a lecture theatre or like a discussion hall of some kind. You see there are two other bandits that are sort of up, startled, walking towards probably their friend and yourself.
I was right to hit them. That's good.
And,
I was worried.
the room itself is 40 feet deep and probably verging on square, but there's like a semicircular podium at the top with a lectern. It looks like where they give a talk of some nature. One of the two bandits at the far side, one looks considerably worse than the other one, as if they've already had some kind of a fight or have some kind of, he's not in a good condition. And you can now act.
I would have thought that's probably taken up all my turn, hasn't it?
Opening
Really?
the door's fine, but that's yours. You get that as a free action.
Okay, so with the Kasurigama, I'm going to swing it in at him. I can stay at my side of the door, swing it in from 5 feet away and wallop him with it.
Just remind us of what your Kusarigama looks like for those who may be
It's
unfamiliar with the term.
It's a chain with a reach of about 5 foot, so the chain is about 6 foot long. One end of it is an iron weight, squared. I like the idea of it being square, sort of like a squared off flattened pyramid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a Rubik's Cube.
Like that.
Yes. Yeah.
On the end of a chain, and on the other end of the chain is a hook. Iron hook. So I'm going to swing in and do an uppercut strike with it, with the heavy end. 5 feet away. Oh, bollocks. That's a 3, plus some stuff. It's not going to make any difference, is it?
I'm afraid.
Well, I guess I'm in the doorway and...
Yeah, so you are now in the doorway.
It's the first time you've used it in combat as well.
Yeah.
It is, actually. I've sort of... No, hang on. No, I used it against the...
the Strongbow 5000, I think.
No, the Justicree in the armour.
Yes.
Okay. At this point, a few things happen. From in front of you, the third door along the left-hand side is just very slightly jutted out, so maybe it's like a 5 foot jut onto this roof, and then around. There's another door, and at this point in time, you see another head just come around quickly and then back in really, really quickly. Probably Thorinir, Felix, you might have seen this really, really quickly. Humanoid, similar height to Malcolm, probably. And at the same time, the middle door on the right-hand side also opens, and from that, but not as far. It's a little slide open, a look across, and then after a moment, a shut again. Okay. And one final occurrence from up the stairs in which you entered the room from previously, the lower room where there was another smaller garden.
Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
Who are you supposed to be?
Is that your new voice?
Enters.
So you see, initially, actually, what you probably see is a similar white robe to what you've seen on the rest of the August of Now. Hooded, so you can't. The face is slightly obscured. Full height, so roughly 6 foot, probably 5.5, 6 foot tall. Hard to tell. But yeah, mostly obscured at this point. I imagine. Seems we're in the heat of combat.
You like doing a Jedi entrance or something? You're like purposely concealing your
Always
face.
the Jedi entrance.
Just walk slowly up the way through, yeah.
Would you like the room description, or are you comfortable with it?
Sorry?
Would you like the room description?
I don't have a clue what's going on. Lots of
Okay.
doors.
So you've entered this this great big brass building, this study, called the study of Cal. And in this main central chamber, this huge room, much vaster than the room you've just entered from, you're greeted by these two big patches of like flower beds, which are 40 foot by 20 foot, 10 foot each, something of that nature across. And in them there are lots of pretty flowers, blues, indigos, etc. There's a skylight above you. This is 100 foot wide at least 100 foot deep, like a lower level. 3 doors on the left hand side, 3 doors on the right hand side in little jutting out rooms, it appears. Big stairwell, 100 foot, I say big, 9 or 10 step stairwell, 100 feet in front of you, a little gnome called Zolan at the bottom of it.
Nice.
Just getting up and washing himself
Just chilling
down.
out. Yeah.
There's a balcony, sort of a raised 10 foot high balcony that runs parallel to that stairwell ahead of you as well. So there's quite a lot going on in front of you, and then to the left of you, about 40 foot to your left, you see Thorinir, you see Zolan, you see Malkin, who's just hiding around a door. You might have seen just recalling his Kusarigama into his hand. There is black smoke billowing from the far big double doors up the level on the balcony, just above where Zolan is, billowing out, and it looks like this doors are now flung open, and this is the scene that you
Fantastic. So they're about 40 feet away from me, kind of the bulk of the party, if that
on
makes
the
sense.
left, on your
the
left-hand
left-hand side.
Yeah, you're sort of on the rear wall and there, on the rear left corner, if you see.
Cool. And I can't see any baddies.
Can you roll me initiative?
Are you a
Absolutely,
baddie?
I've already rolled it. It's a 26.
Why are you? Why does... What
The
do I
ducky
get the
dice.
place?
The ducky dice.
The ducky dice.
Entirely
Probably
unfocused.
horrible
It
things.
was supposed to be very focused. Why does Ollie get to play a level 12 character? Come on, Jack. It's not fair.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
You're next.
I'm up next.
Actually, 9
So-
brownies in a row.
Collection of brownies.
That would be fun to play.
So I can't see any baddies. They're all hidden behind the various doors. It's a Scooby-Doo-esque scenario. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Awesome. In which case, said character is going to move 30 feet dead on up towards where Malkin is. So it's going to be 10 feet away from that and 10 foot away from the door. Is the door open?
On the left hand side, yes, it is.
Yeah. Can I see anything with dark vision?
Oh, great. Somebody else.
So
would-
you're, yeah, Malcolm's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sort of just see half around Malcolm there, sort of half obstructing the doorway and half
Yeah.
not. As you look inside, there's light shining through from the skylight. We are in the daytime, so it's a reasonably well lit room, but there's not many lamps or lanterns or
Cool.
anything around. You can see into the room. You get a similar experience to what I described to Malcolm, in that you can see what appears to be a grimy kind of swordsman of some nature with his shirt off, his bright blue
I can see him.
trousers, etc. Yeah,
He is ripped.
He doesn't look well, and he's got his
It's the
back.
first thing you notice.
He's got his back to you.
Even better.
Yeah.
Has he the guy's been
Side on.
hit previously?
Yes, he doesn't look well, just from a quick glance.
Less cool.
Very, very pronounced V. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, very pronounced.
His physique or his injury.
So you're about
In which case-
you're kind of, if you sort of go over the flower bed, you're about 20 foot away from the doorway, about 25 foot away from where this person is, just
Cool.
beyond Malcolm.
Weird question. How tall are the flowers in the flower bed?
They're not absurd.
It's not like a night scenario.
There are some shorter ones and there are some slightly taller ones. Of note, there are some very long, thin, white woody grasses with these purple funnel-shaped flowers at the tips.
I'm gonna, as I run over, get in said flower bed because that's gonna be close by to these guys, right?
Yeah.
Get myself down prone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, within the road, pull out a crossbow and I'm gonna take a
Got a
shot.
crunch. Somehow
Shot
I
into
knew
the
you
guy's
had a
back.
crossbow.
Always
I had a
carry
feeling that you were
crossbow.
gonna have
You
a
can
So-
probably just about make this person out. There's Augur running in, crouching down the flower bed, pulling out a crossbow.
Sildren's back.
That is a 25.
25.
Here's a level 12.
That hits.
That hits.
Sorry,
Does he know that I am here? Next question.
Well, he does now. You've just stamped
I'm
him
just
with a
shot him in the
crossbow.
back. He doesn't know I'm there. Awesome. And that will be. Oh, right. If I click the right button, that is. 9 damage off the top, and then an extra 7 damage.
Gurgle thud.
21.
So the crossbow lands straight between the
Perfectly sculpted
where are
shoulder
you
blades.
aiming?
Straight between the shoulders.
Straight between
it's
the
It's
shoulders.
a kill shot.
You just see a puff of blood emerge and this hole disappear into this this person's back, and they collapse dead on the spot.
Fantastic. I'll
Nice.
then take an action to hide. Lying prone. Which will be. It's not fantastic. Click the right button again. Which will be
Which guy
13. 13, that's just a stealth roll.
Yeah, no problem.
Just in case you want to oppose it.
No problem.
An augur
That'll be on
now
passive. Yeah.
rogue. I love it.
Okay. Felix.
Felix sees a blood spray in front of him, and he just goes, Leroy Jenkins, and he's gonna run on in.
Hang on, I apologise.
Come
Felix.
on.
I apologise. You begin to do that. You begin to do that. But someone's just rolled in front of you.
That's
as,
fine.
You might have noticed on the initiative tracker.
What a
so-
mistake.
So you gear up,
That's fine.
and then
Legs
Yeah.
spinning on
The slipping fall.
shiny lino.
The veneer flooring.
Yeah.
so you,
Scuttle.
You
Little doggy claws.
you
Sorry.
two both see one of the other people from within this sort of discussion hall lecture theatre where you just put this guy down. There's another 2 people in that room that you can make
Cool.
out.
Okay.
One of them is next in initiative sequence, and completely shocked and taken aback, withdraws a crossbow of his own, kneels down behind one of the pews. There was wooden pews in the theatre at the back, the far side of the theatre, and takes a shot at you, Malcolm,
Okay.
in the doorway. You are half obscured. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
So that would be.
You can't I've been thinking it's not happened at all.
It would be 12, but you have a +2 to AC because you're in cover.
So your AC +2. We're fine.
Where's he gone? Where's he gone?
I think you're good.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. Now, it says, because I've got my deflect missile, it says if I'm hit by a ranged weapon attack,
Yeah.
That's a miss.
that's a miss, is it?
Yeah,
So
it
it
does.
doesn't actually hit me, so I can't use my
So
deflect.
it's even cooler.
Yeah. Didn't even
Yeah.
get close.
Yeah. You just sidestep. You're like, oh, sorry.
Step back and watch it
Use
go in.
yeah.
That now Felix continues his run.
Roy Jenkins! He's going to run in at the guy that just... can he make it the distance to the guy that actually just...
Okay, so you're running past Malcolm.
Yeah.
You were 10 foot from the door, and you're 10 foot from the door. And as you get into the room again, you'll greet the same thing about a 40-foot square room with a little bit of a dome, a semicircular podium at the far side. 3 banks of pews, one on the left, one on the right. 3 banks on the left, 3 on the right. And then you see one person at the far end who's crouching, holding a crossbow.
Yeah.
To your right, one person at the far end who doesn't look in good shape to the left, and then this dead body that's just lying flat on the floor with a crossbow bolt sticking out the back.
If he goes 60 foot, can he make it to the guy with the crossbow at the back?
If you go 60 foot, he certainly can.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to run in, throw his sword, and then dog run into the room up to this guy.
Okay, so the whole way, 60 foot.
Yeah. Jump up, grab the sword, and go for an attack.
Okay, so that was your
Nice.
that was your dash, but you've got
It's not a dash. It is his
the trait of me.
dog agility. He can't move
Dog
on his
agility.
next turn, but he can double move. Re-skinned cat. He's going to go for an attack. That one, 12 plus 6 to 18 to hit.
18 to hit is going to hit. Yep.
Oh, he gonna hurt.
Yeah.
6 plus 6 plus 3, so it's 15 damage.
Okay, so how did you strike him? What's your normal?
So he ran along, the sword into the floor. He runs up the sword, grabs the end, and flips the sword down onto the guy.
Straight through him, cuts like butter. And no sooner as he fired the crossbow bolt, this dog is sailing underneath it in slow motion, landing on him and cleaving him to death. Okay. There's just this extra guy who's only.
How does he look?
8 foot away from you on your left hand side.
Yeah.
He doesn't look so well, to be honest with you.
Cool.
Although you, Felix?
That's me.
Although he looks considerably better than the other two in the room, or 2.5.
So we go to Zolan.
Am I even aware this is going on? To be honest, I'm like 70 foot away and blown down the stairs. Am I aware that this is actually happening?
So this is all happening, 50 or so feet behind and to the left of you. The middle room on the left hand side, and you're just at the bottom of the staircase at the top side of the room.
I guess I'll walk that way. It's all under control, really. I might just pitch up at the side of the wall. Put a foot up. To be honest, and I might light my pipe.
Is that an action?
Yeah.
Not unless you blow smoke rings.
Yeah.
What have you got to light a pipe with?
I've got fucking everything.
Have you got a tinder box or
Of
something?
course I've got a
He's gonna
tinder
make you
box.
roll,
Make you do something for it.
It takes some time to light the fire.
Clockwork
Inventory
lighter.
tinder box. There it is.
Is it a minute to get a tinder box lit? I think so.
10 rounds.
It
Yeah, so
is.
that's 10 rounds.
10 rounds of tinder box lighting.
Lighting it, it takes 10 minutes to light.
10 minutes.
To light a fire takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
To
Well,
light
lighting a
fire.
pipe with a tinder box would be hard. It's
Well,
like a flint.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've decided that.
I'll let you do it in a minute because it will spark on the sun. It's not a big fire.
Just
I
10
think,
minutes.
is it? I'll let you do it in a minute.
Oh, thanks. Great.
So you're just staying where you are and lighting the pipe.
It's just, it's under control, isn't it? I don't hear anyone screaming,
Yeah.
apart from the enemies.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, sir.
You can take me off the tracker if you want.
Doing worms, so they get a little skipping rope. Skip go.
We're going to Thorny.
So, I'm kind of focused on one of the doors.
Yeah, the one near you where all the action's happening is 10 foot in front of you. You've seen Felix running there, Malcolm's still at the doorway. You saw this chap, 15 or so feet to your northeast, just take a crossbow shot and lie in the foliage. And you did see another door open, the middle door of the 3 on the right-hand side of the room as well. Someone poked their head out and shut it again.
I'm just going to...
Oh, and another person you saw on the 3rd door of the left-hand side do a similar thing.
I'm aimed at the new door, the middle door.
On the right-hand side of the room. Okay, so it's completely opposite sides. It's you're about 100 foot away from where that door is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
Move a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So 30
30
feet.
little bit
Yeah.
closer.
So you're sort of the opposite side of the flower bed to where this character, this unnamed character is.
Unnamed character.
For those of you on stream, it's already on the
Jonathan
the
Piddlewinkle.
Can't read the text.
So yeah,
Wait
you're
till
facing,
we're
you're sort of almost back to back, although you're lying on the floor,
Mm.
facing opposite directions, pointing, having
Back to
bows
back.
drawn at different.
I'll be doing some camouflaging, but not
Can't
to,
you
not to
hide
the-
in foliage?
Not to the extent here. I'm just gonna,
Naturally.
just because I'm near it.
Yeah.
I'll be hidden.
Yeah. That is a does that even need an action?
No.
No,
It's
you
just
just hide in
It's just a
foliage.
skill.
bonus.
Yeah.
You hide bonus. Okay, so you're fairly well camouflaged. You can't even see Thorny, you just disappeared into the foliage.
And I'm going to be heckling Zolan.
Yeah.
Can't even light a pipe, eh?
Nearly.
Zolan's blended into the stone wall. Just pulled his cap down a little bit.
Okay. And you're readying an action
Yes.
for specifically.
So specifically, if someone I deem bad appears to poke their head out,
Okay. Fine.
and I'm judging that on the people I've seen so far.
Okay. So if someone looks like the person, okay, including anyone you've seen bad at any time.
Just like, do I have to roll any kind of?
No, I'm just asking you if you want to shoot him when he comes out. That's fine. All right,
Grave
thanks,
robbers.
Malcolm.
So I'm in the doorway. right in front of me is a guy with a crossbow bolt in his back. About 30 foot ahead of me is Felix and two halves of a steaming corpse.
Yes, and then one other of these. They all look similar. I don't make it clear. All three of the people in the room are wearing similar attire: the blue trousers, shirtless. One of them's wearing a bandana. Some of them are blooded. They're clearly.
I just instantly thought Backstreet Boys. I don't know what it is.
It is the Backstreet big twist.
Yeah, they are the Backstreet Boys.
But they all have blades. They all seem to carry some kind of bow or dagger, or they're clearly part of a group of some region.
And this one looks. How far away from me is he?
He's the other side. He's just 6 foot from where Felix is on the other bank of pews on the left-hand side, so behind the far pew. So just over, right on 30 feet from where you are.
Okay. So I'm going to. I can't get to him. I can get to him. 40 feet I can get up to him. He looks quite badly hurt, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Has he got a weapon out at the moment?
He is in his scabbard. He's got a scabbard of sorts, which he's got a blade in. He's got his hand very close to it.
Right, okay. So I'm going to run up to within 5 feet of him, and as I'm running, winding the string armour up, and I'm going to let go with the heavy end, swing at him.
Yeah.
This time I'm going to remember that I've got 2 attacks.
Oh, good thinking.
I'll never mind your attacks.
Well, that was no good. I'm assuming that 2 plus anything is not going to be any good, is it?
Probably not.
Oh God.
Oh, mate.
6 plus. Add my dex, so it's 11.
The man is naked.
No, it's not. Sorry, 6.
Is he prone?
That's 9.
9, not enough. So, no, he's not prone. He's just like hunched over one of the pews, very taken aback because they've been within 6 seconds. This entire room's been overrun, and 2 of his colleagues have expired.
And these guys look Elven.
Good question.
So you're asking now, are you?
You
Not
are
going
sort
anywhere. I'm just interested.
You haven't seen him yet.
Did they go?
You just lit your pipe. I started to light your pipe. You're in the early stages of lighting your pipe.
Oh, from a cantrip next time, and that bastard's getting lit.
Okay. From outside, from the third room, on the left-hand side, you saw the man previously poke his head out, Thornit and Felix. You saw this. Should put on this one.
Change books.
Change books.
Is this the guy that you're...
Yes.
Yeah. One of them you got a shot trained on.
Whichever one it is, that's the one I'm flopping.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's the one I meant.
Yeah. I was confused. I'm half expecting like the librarian to walk out of Brazil and fill him full of arrows before they...
So, this...
No!
Oh God, I've got another attack. Sod it. Sorry.
Too late for him, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Too late. So,
Forgot
from
about
the
bonus action.
furthest... yeah, you're already reading.
It's easy enough done.
Yeah, so from the furthest room on the left-hand side, that third door, the only person that sees this, the only people that see this are Zolan and you, unnamed character.
The person.
Yeah. And this is a more, slightly more olive-skinned, shorter hair with almost like a side quiff. It's a short, dark side quiff. They seem better armoured than the shirtless people, obviously, because that's not a lot of armour. They have flecks of blue in their costuming, so again, it looks like they could be a coordinated force of some nature, but this is definitely better armoured. Long flowing white sleeves, but leather armour over the top. Just better decked out, and it looks like they have a blade in both hands, a shorter blade and a longer blade, one in each hand. And they emerge. and look in front at Zolan, who is 40 foot in front. What's your expression?
Probably furrowing his brow, trying to get his pipe to light in the tinderbox.
Okay, looks at you.
Which way is
turns
he
away
again? Does he come from my left or my right?
You're from the left-hand side of the room. I'm not entirely clear which way you're facing.
I don't know either.
Pacing.
I have no idea what's going on there. I'm not going to lie.
I'm in the middle of the room, at the bottom of the stairs, having just been blown down. Yeah. He looks up at this billowing smoke out of there, and he calls back into the room behind him. And does sound that inaudible. It's not a language. It's not Elvish. It's not common. It's a very inaudible language.
I have lots of
language.
language.
Struggling.
Did he look surprised at the billowing black smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
And he again just withdraws behind the door, pulls it to, and we go.
Slides along the thing at the top of the door and says occupied.
The privy.
So
the wooden throne.
Yeah, the little signs like ding ding, toilet on. Like on a plane.
Oh, hang on.
So I think going back round, I've got one more initiative roll.
I don't like the look of this, I tell you.
What was your initiative roll, Zolan?
15. 13, yes, 15.
I really don't like the look
It's
of
alright,
this.
lads. You don't feel it's fair enough. This is when he gets that handful.
Although you're just going to hear the sound of 20 dice falling. Like. Pray continue.
You die. You die. You die. You die.
And I've missed the other guy who just
Oh,
attacked.
jeepers.
Almost true.
I don't want to worry anybody, but I think I just saw him write troll on the back of one of them.
There's a
We're playing
cave
Warhammer.
troll.
Yeah.
No. In the mines of Moria. That would be excellent.
Cave troll.
I'm waiting for Jack one day to bring out the board with all the figures on.
What do you reckon?
I did miss one, but I'll take him now at the back of the queue. So the guy who's completely overwhelmed in the room, the guy who looked a little more injured in some fashion, who's been overwhelmed, he is going to try and disengage over the pew. You're in close with him.
Oh, are we top of the order? Is it me? Or is it
So
different?
this guy hasn't had a go. He's
Oh, sorry,
on there.
sorry.
I just missed him.
Cool. No
I'm
worries.
putting him in now.
Okay.
He's going to try and disengage over the pew.
I'm sort of kind of within 5 foot, but I don't think I'd.
If he uses a disengage.
He's not. I don't mean he's not taking a disengage
he's gonna
action.
try and lay
He's
it.
just.
Cool.
He will invoke an opportunity attack if you want to take it.
Yeah.
No,
Basically, you
don't worry
get
about
one.
it.
You get one reaction a turn.
Yeah.
So, unless you can use it for something else, it's normally a good idea to try and whack him.
Yeah, I'm going to whack him.
Go for it.
Make peace.
Can I?
Make peace.
Um,
As a reaction.
is this just can I use a weapon?
Absolutely.
You certainly can. And again, as you look at this guy, you see the tattoo, the same tattoo on this guy's arm of the long, thin knife with the two elf ears.
Yeah, I'm
on the
not
left
going
and
to
the
miss an
right-hand side.
opportunity to do.
And he does look scared. This guy, just been completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss the opportunity to do the nasty to these guys. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's a 1.
Okay. So it easily gets past
You need a new dice.
I really do.
Do you want to use the ducky
Can I
dice?
use the ducky dice? Of course I
Your
can use the ducky
Kusarigama
dice.
got stuck on the pew as you were trying to wheel. So he sort of hops over the
Can
pews.
I knock all the pews over and
Not with a
they all
one.
collapse on
no.
me?
So he sort of hops over the pews. He sort of, they're not that high. He sort of just jumps over them out of the room. And as he emerges from the room, he looks in to see. Obviously, Zolan stood there in the middle. His passive is not high enough to see you. You're hidden in trees. You should make a stealth roll. Still.
Yeah, he still makes a stealth roll, but.
Stealthy
No, it's a 20. Don't worry about it.
So he's
Ding, ding, ding!
he's done it. Where's
I didn't even roll for anything.
So
He becomes a tree.
as he leaves the room, it
So-
looks like he's headed sort of right past you to the south from the main entrance where you came in toward the smaller staircase that you came in from earlier. It looks like he's just running for his life.
Within 5 foot.
He didn't get within 5 foot. He was close. He was within 10 foot, but he's only 10 foot to your left now, and he hasn't seen you. He's sort of running towards the main entrance, which is he's about 25 feet from.
I'm going to shout to just somebody stop him.
Okay. So that was his turn. So now we're back up the top of the order. So we go to. I'm going to say it at some point. We go to this unnamed character.
You can say it if you want.
Looks like Aladdin to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Stop it.
Can't read it.
Trying to read it off.
Stop it. The fans.
So this guy's within 10 foot. If
He is, yeah, to your left hand side, yeah.
If I was to slip out and run him through, would he be surprised? It's a very specific rules question, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I don't think he can be because he's in combat.
Exactly.
So I don't think he can be surprised.
That was my thinking.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
There's enough going on him that he's highly on alert, you know.
Cool. In which case, he hasn't seen me. Oh, he hasn't seen me. So what I'll do anyway is vault out of my hiding place, sneak up behind him, put the crossbow away, slide out a short sword, and try and slide it into his back.
Go ahead. You'll have advantage because you're behind him.
Awesome. That's what I'll take.
Stab him in the back. It's
Come
what
on,
he's
using the good.
worth. What he's worth. Go on.
Tops 25. Yeah, 25 to hit.
That misses.
25 to hit, yeah, definitely hits. Yeah.
So that's 8 damage,
8 damage.
and then I do an additional 7.
Okay, so you cut straight through him. He looked somewhat lame anyway, in some regard. He wasn't quite not.
Oh no!
No, he wasn't as injured.
I thought you meant like you had a walking disability.
He looked injured.
Tiny
He
Tim!
looked-
You murdered Tiny Tim in the back!
He looked injured. It seemed it was quite easy. It seemed like coup de grace rather than a difficult defeat.
Nice.
And you put this this blue
Ow!
bandit-like
Gurgle
character.
thud.
In which case, I'm going to head over to the door.
So you saw that took place, and you're sort of staring there.
Head off to the door, wipe the
Which
sword
door?
off.
The same door that these guys are all in?
Yeah, they're all in there, aren't they?
Right.
How far away is the rest of the dudes within that door? They're quite far, aren't
Okay,
they?
so the room, you're now about 20 feet maybe from the door to the room that these are in on the left hand side, that kind of lecture theatre room. And then there's another, we know that there's somebody else in the next room along 10 foot further north.
Okay, got you. In which case, I'm going to. How far? And this is very specific questions. How far away are those two doors from one another?
They are 15 feet probably.
Cool. So I'm going to go bang in the middle of the two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hide. I'm just going to put my back up against the wall.
Sure, so there is almost a little alcove there between where it looks like the sort of lecture theatre room ends and the next room juts out just a fraction.
Cool. I'm going to get in there and probably wipe off my blade in a thigh, sheath that, pull out a crossbow, and I'm going to take a hide action in there. If that's all right.
Sure. Yeah, it's a little.
If it's too open, that's fine.
No, I would say it's hidden from certain directions.
Yeah,
So
if somebody runs
if
out.
someone was to come from the wrong side of you, you wouldn't be hidden, but
Absolutely.
from one direction in particular, you could be
Cool.
hidden.
I'll take that just in case somebody slips out.
If it isn't the Backstreet Boys, he is hidden from one direction.
Nice. Love it. That's 28 to hide.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
How are you doing this?
I want all
Okay.
three.
How are you doing these dice rolls?
Solid Snake.
It's gone.
I respect any man who hides his cigarettes in his stomach.
This guy's gone. Wow. We got a
Mega
Felix.
solid.
Cool. I just read the rules. He basically
I
he
have
can't
a-
use
I
his
have
double
an entire
distance
human.
again until he does a turn where he doesn't move any distance. So
Okay.
he can still basically dash out of this room. Which is no worries. So he uses movement.
That's broken, isn't it?
No, it's not broken.
I mean, you can run 60 feet every time if you want to.
No, I have to spend a turn where I don't move.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
It's
Wow.
particularly
Get his
useful
breath back.
Yeah.
if you're a swimmer. So he's going to dash out.
Okay. So yeah, dashing straight out and what? Just as far as you can into the middle of the room. Or?
He's going to run out of the room. "Come on, Malcolm!" And he'll run out, and he's looking for Thorinir, but he can't see him. So he's probably going to stand on the outside of that doorway and ready himself.
Okay, so if you're just standing outside the doorway, you can probably only need to dash. You can just move 30 foot or so.
In which
still got an
case,
action.
I will do that, and he will
So just in the doorway.
use the. Well, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any ranged weapons, so he's going to take the dodge. He's basically just going to defend himself, sword across the front,
Okay.
just in case anyone. comes
Immediately
out
to your left, you see this person. I don't know if you want to give any better description to Felix.
He's hidden.
He is, but he's on a completely open side.
Yeah,
You know,
okay,
it's like I'm here. It's like Felix is here, and you're there.
Yeah. So from the front, you can probably see that the robe's open because he's holding this crossbow straight down. You can see. You can't quite make out whether he's human or elven from where you are, but it's definitely like somewhere in between his features. Slightly braided black hair, shaved at both sides, just beneath the hood, and some kind of boiled black armour down his front, underneath the robe.
So, with his sword over his shoulder and kind of ready to dodge, he's going to throw an eye over at that guy and just raise an eyebrow and be like, "Thumbs up."
He's going to grin back and just give you the thumbs up.
Cool. There we go.
Okay. From
you're wearing Augur's robes, right? So
just looking out from where you are,
Yeah,
just
armour
over the
over
top.
robes. Okay.
So he's got a robe over the top.
Sweet. So that's enough for him to be like, "Friend."
who's this guy? Lost somebody's initiative. So.
Red stuff everywhere.
Okay.
Swarms of things.
We come to from the room, the third on the left hand side, the third door again, the one in which the olive-skinned, darker-skinned guy emerged from in the better armour. That door opens again. So you're probably the only one that really properly sees this clearly.
No.
And this second person, as a different person, opens that door. You can't see too well into the room. It looks like a narrow, thin room, not well lit at all. They run full speed towards you.
Whoa.
And they are going to make an attack against you.
Savage.
Bring it on.
Okay.
But he's got a pipe.
So
Yeah.
dagger in one hand,
I'm gonna wave my
and
pipe.
then a thin sword in the other hand.
A little bit.
So first of all, a stab with the dagger,
Stab it.
which is going to be 11.
Get out of here.
And then very quickly, 2 swipes
Whoa.
with its rapier in its right hand. Comes towards you and hits you on the forehand and the backhand, or does he?
Let's have it.
I imagine you blew the ashes in their face.
12.
I haven't got it lit yet.
12
Get out of here.
and 16.
That does hit.
So it's just
So
as you're
confident.
still trying to light your pipe.
But they'll do parry him with the pipe. That's how a gentleman fights.
Carry him with a silver
Okay, so
glove.
that is going to do 9 piercing damage
Cool.
on the backhand as he misses the first one but catches you on the way back.
Is this guy wearing the armours, or has he got the pantaloons?
This one is wearing armour. Yeah, this one looks very similarly dressed. It's not an identical, like perfect uniform.
Did you say a 9?
9. 9 piercing damage. And it is going to remain where it is, where he is. Zola, it is your turn.
Ow!
Obviously engaged.
My plan is to distract him and offer him my pipe. I want it to be so an unusual reaction that he takes it. I'm just going to offer him my pipe. Gonna hand it out to him.
Okay, so you offer out the pipe.
Yes. I'm just gonna put my arm forward with my pipe.
Mouth opens
Yeah,
as it
hold
just
this.
hit you. You realise he's got no tongue.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
And mouth looks very sore, like swollen in different
I wonder
places.
if he's angry.
You don't want him sucking on your pipe.
And he looks like he's been through some hell. Yeah, he doesn't look like someone that's looks like they've had some events occur of some nature previous to this.
I will still offer it to him.
Okay, we
Just-
will,
Peace pipe.
and that's all you're doing on your turn.
Well, if he takes it, no.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
It is.
It's gonna be great.
Why are you down there?
It's a 10.
Okay, doesn't take the pipe.
Oh. Fucking don't hit this guy. Well, I have to hit him now. He's he won't take my bloody pipe.
Do you say that out loud?
Probably, yeah. I probably do.
In which language?
It'd be Gnomish. He would have defaulted back to
Yeah, yeah.
his Gnomish.
Do you realise now I'm going to have to strike you?
What I'm going... What did he attack me with? He attacked me with a dagger and a scimitar. He double scimitared me, right, didn't he?
The scimitar is what hit you.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice. If it decides to go and find my spells, so I'll just quickly have a look at this.
It's only going to cast a spell.
I might have to, because I'm looking at...
Hoping that pipe was rigged with explosives.
Yeah.
With a trick
The,
pipe.
the plan would have been to get him to hold my pipe, and I was going to blast him with a flaming spear to light my pipe. And I would have had to back
Taking
off
it back.
onto him. That was the plan, but he didn't take the pipe.
You're
So
still
in-
mumbling all of that.
Yeah, I probably would have, yeah. I am going to cast Heat Metal on his scimitar. If you can.
Beauty.
Okay, is it a ranged spell attack?
It is a ranged spell
It will
attack.
be in disadvantage because you are in close combat.
Well, not the way that I cast. It won't be.
Can't bounce off the wall.
I am not going to cast that then. It's a level 2. I don't want to waste myself level 2.
Okay.
I will give him some range self / 30 foot. What does that mean? It's a damage spell. I'm not going to pour it on myself.
What's it say?
It
Range?
says self / 30 foot.
So you can cast it anywhere from yourself to 30
Well,
foot away.
this guy-
Oh, no, sorry, it's 40 foot from yourself, I guess. Self / 40 foot.
Range
you can
/
cast it on-
area. It's got area /
Yeah, so you can put the area on you if you wanted.
Fabulous. We shall
Yeah,
do
we
that
put it.
because I'm going to melt him with acid now.
Okay.
He stabbed me, essentially. So it's just Tasha's caustic brew. So
Go on.
it's not really nothing. It's just a vial. It's nothing special really. Zolan's not a fancy man.
Give me the spec. Give me the wording.
The wording is a strong acid emanates from me in a line of 30 foot, which is not going to get very fast. 30 foot for 5 feet in a ride.
What
in a
part of
ride.
you does it emanate from?
Pull up my shirt.
Nipples.
Don't pull the trousers down. It's from the nape. No,
Okay.
the navel, sorry.
Yeah.
Which it obviously isn't. I don't know how it's... This is the one thing I've really struggled with Artificer, is they give you all these spells.
Why don't you just
And you're
smash
like,
it in his
what?
face? Smash the vase.
I
Throw
know,
a
but...
vial, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it would be. But I've
Just
got,
open
Throw
the
it out.
What the rolling, Rich?
it's a deck save, 14, please.
Okay.
Just open the bag and acid comes out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. Just hold the bag
Yeah,
open like
deck
that.
save.
This person looks very dexterous.
That's fine.
They roll 13.
Oh.
Well, that's right. What happens? You're covered in acid. Have that.
Okay.
Creature covered in acid takes 2d4 damage at the start of each of its turns, so it will not take acid now. It will take it at the start of its turn.
It's a good one.
Is this what the door got?
This is what the door got, yeah.
Does it go all the way back to the door? How far away is the door?
2d4 acid per turn, yeah?
Per turn. Until you attempt to remove it from yourself, you have to make a... I'm going to go read the book, because it's not in this.
Okay. Awesome. Right, we
Acid
go
save.
to... Are you doing anything else? Are you moving?
If I can disengage, I will, because, yeah, he was a bastard.
No, you need
Not
that.
unless you've got a bonus action to do so. No, wrong race.
I'll offer him my pipe out again.
Okay. We go to... On the right-hand side, the You hear, this is the door you're looking at, Thorinir, you hear loud banging and sort of scraping and moving of heavy things. That's what it sounds like. Coming from behind the door you're staring at. Okay. Then, and now it's you.
And so, from my view, I've got a door.
Yeah. You're in sort of between the two patches of garden
Yeah.
at the moment.
I've got
blue flowers.
Heidi, Ollie,
Yeah, who has
Heidi
emerged actually to run behind you.
Less
right now.
Heidi.
and Felix, someone.
Yeah, the only
So he's kind of behind you, actually.
about 50 foot to your left is where Zolan has just been whacked by this more better armed individual, and then 40 or so, 50 feet maybe in front of you is this door that you're staring at, and then behind you is where all the cacophony of other action took place in the sort of discussion hall.
Well, what's going to happen is Thorin is looking pretty intently at that door, and his eyes are just going to go moon white.
Ooh.
A little white beam is going to hit this door, and then at the point it hits the door, you're going to get a silvery beam of pale light shining down directly in front of it. It's about 5 foot in radius and 40 foot high.
Nice.
Or as high as the ceiling, I guess. And so this is Moonbeam, and just a concentration up to a minute. Anyone who enters this or starts their turn there takes 2d10 radiant damage.
Beauty.
If they got to take a Constitution saving throw, so
Tasty.
if they win that, they take half.
Anyone?
Anyone.
Or is there any enemy? Anyone?
Anyone, I think.
Okay, cool.
Love it.
So I'm just going to keep that there.
Good idea.
Can you move the moonbeam?
Yeah, I can move it each turn.
Are you moving yourself, Ronnie?
No.
It's so hidden right now.
Okay.
You might even be able to find yourself to move.
Okay. The hell does that even say? Oh yeah. Oh, I thought I'd lost one, but no, that is
Little bug.
A tiny,
Mouse.
tiny mouse.
Oh, it's cute like Redwall.
We're good now. We're good now. I've got the right number. One was hidden behind my mic. I couldn't see it. Okay, so we go now to Malcolm.
You sure?
Yeah, this one done something, but you can't see them.
Ah, right. It's me. Okay, so I'm still in the side room. I run to the doorway. How far's that?
You just fell out. Yeah, you were in there. So 30. Yeah, just a little over 30 foot.
So I
Basically 30 foot.
so I can get to the doorway.
And there's
Come to the doorway. I can
Felix
see Felix to
there
my
in the
right.
doorway, and then as you poke your head around the doorway, you have this character.
That
immediately
character
to your
there. Felix hasn't thrown anything at him, so I'm going to assume he's on our side. Can I see Zolan and the
Yeah.
guy attacking him?
left. You can over. Yeah, as you look over.
And how
past,
far away?
They are round about 40 feet, or maybe 45 feet from your location. There, but just the bottom of that top staircase.
Right. So
Remember, the smoke is
About
like billowing above you. This black smoke
This is-
filling up.
about 30 feet.
45 feet.
About 45 feet. So I can't get. Okay, I'm going to run up as far as I can. So I run another 10 foot.
Because your speed's 40.
Yeah.
And just as you sort of get to that position, you remember that there's another doorway just about 10 foot north of you, just on that left hand side. The third doorway, which is open at the moment.
Which is the one with the dead body in it.
No, that's
Oh, no, that's-
this is higher, with further up the
Right.
room now.
Okay. And I'm going to throw a dart out my belt, and I'm going to fling it at the guy that is.
Okay, so it's 35 foot distance. What's
Yeah,
your range?
it's 20 or 60.
Okay, so it will be disadvantage.
Lucky dice!
5 or 14. So yeah, it's disadvantage. So, but I've got a second attack. So again, fling another one.
Show me the money!
8 plus.
5. It's just there in the middle. Dark.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, 8 plus 5. That's 13.
Not enough, I'm afraid.
Oh, and the other one was 17. Oh well. That is all I can do.
17.
Yeah, but it's with
That's the
disadvantage. Isn't it?
disadvantage, so it's the 30.
Don't tell him that.
Okay.
Do I not get something because he was already in combat with?
No.
No,
You're
no.
taking off flank as such. Yeah, not quite. Then we go to from
Better
From-
dice rolls.
from this third room.
Ducky dice. The ducky dice will do
Ducky
it.
dice.
mate.
Oh, I like the ducky dice.
Yeah.
From the third room on the left-hand side, the dark-skinned, leather armor-clad combatant re-emerges, and it looks like they're going to start to run towards Zolan. And as they emerge, they look to the right and notice you, Malcolm, throwing these darts, and they change where they're aiming for,
Of course they
and
do.
they head towards you instead. Get into combat. It
Some
looks
good
like
aftershave on today or something.
so they're now engaged with you as well. They too are holding 2 weapons, a rapier and a dagger, and it looks like. And that's 9.
No.
Okay. That's, as a bonus action, it is going to disengage and back up towards where his friend is. So he's almost alongside him. So you've got kind of Zolan, then one of these leather-clad fighters, and then another one just behind. So a little bit bunched up together. They've almost gone back to back. A little more banging and moving and knocking. Sort of you hear a loud sound against the door from that room ahead of you, which you've cast movement in front of. Okay. So now we go around the group.
Back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done a battle map. We got it.
Oh,
We've
nice.
got a little battle map. Well
I'm
done.
interested to see that.
So I've got Zolan with a guy, and I've got Malkin with a guy. There's going to be a quick moment of looking between the two of them and thinking which one of you is more likely to survive this. And gut decision. It's going to sneak up behind the guy who seems to be focused on Zolan.
Definitely the wrong decision. I'm a tanky boy.
So
So what's
the
the
other,
distance?
the other guy is basically watching the back of the other one. So the verging on back to back to one, so it would be virtually impossible to sneak up on either of them.
That's fine. Which one's closer?
The one that is just disengaged with Malcolm, he's actually only 15 feet from where you are. Or so.
Did disengage, or is he?
He disengaged as a bonus action.
Okay. Whereas the other one's still in base
The other one
contact.
is
Didn't I get a
engaged.
free hit?
Cool. I'm going to go up to the.
No, he took a disengage action
right.
specifically
Cool.
to avoid that.
In which case, I'm going knives out. I'm going to dash. Well, I'm not going dash. How far away is the guy attacking Zola?
35 foot.
It's a bit too far. It's a bit too far. In which case.
And as the crow flies, you would first encounter the other guy.
Oh, really?
You know, they're almost in a direct line between you and where Zolan is.
Need another guy. Need another dude. In which case, I'm going to. Yeah, I'll do it anyway. I'll go knives out. I'm going to run over to the guys closest to me. And come at him with a short sword. At this point, the hood's probably going to come down. You guys have seen this guy before. It's Silden.
Yes! Silden!
So he's got two short swords out. They're kind of like gladiuses. They're kind of very short weapons. They're only kind of like a foot and a half long. His first hit's going to be a 19.
Definitely says
19
Latin, though.
will hit.
Cool. And he's going to drive that one home for a measly 6 damage.
What's so sad in Silden?
And you said it was only 15 feet.
Yes.
Cool. In which case he's going to disengage as a bonus action and move 15 feet back to the alcove. Is there anything that's like, there's no chest-high walls in the vicinity? Nothing I can get down behind.
The only
Give
thing
me some cover.
similar, well, there is that room on the left-hand side which they both emerged from. You don't know what's in there yet.
Could be full of snakes.
So you could get into there. Alternatively, you're in this sort of corner, you know.
Cool. Oh no!
Camera gone.
I've had a camera-based disaster.
Okay, we'll take that opportunity to have a very quick break. That was. We knew that was coming, by the way.
We knew that was coming.
I thought we'd fix the camera.
Yeah. If you
will
want
turn-
to like/subscribe, perhaps give us a small amount of money, just £2 a month, kids. Get us towards getting a new camera.
Just 1,000 people paying £2 a month.
So if all 1,000 of you that are watching,
Yeah, if all 1,000 of you could give us £2 a month, we could get a better camera.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
A couple of months.
for a few. Well, thank you very much, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes once you sort the camera out. So see you shortly.
God bless you
See
all.
you soon, bless you.
Look at that.
on our
eh?
new improved HD Sapphire.
Oh yeah.
We're using the Sapphire.
Using the Sapphire, we're
That non-union Mexican equivalent GoPro cost me £60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, our Canon blew up.
Yeah.
For all those Canon fanboys out there,
Yeah.
you want to go for the Sapphire. I do apologise to
Maybe-
Canon, who are also making this camera work here.
Hello, Radika.
Hello, Raycat. Hello, who else we got?
Hello.
Cocaine's on.
Hello, Cocaine.
We've got Yavanna Splatter, your classic.
Hello, Ivana Splatter.
So hello there.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Ow.
I was checking, I was going to decide whether I was going to dive, I've disengaged, and whether I was going to dive behind the door to get some cover, but I don't know what's in there and it could be full of snakes. Random choice, I'm going in. Hopefully it's not full of snakes.
So,
Box one.
so using the rest of your movement, 30 foot in total, is it?
Flaming
I've got
snakes.
total 30.
And you've moved 20, 20
I think it was 15,
Yeah,
so I can move
okay.
15 out as long as I can sneak in behind that
So you
door.
can go back in behind the door. So as you enter that room,
Oh no, no snakes.
full of snakes.
So many bees.
The far, it's a smaller room than the one,
Always been
almost
a long time
pretty,
since we've had
pretty
snakes.
exactly half the width of the other one. The lecture theatre you're in.
Okay.
Looks like more kind of a shrine, almost not close to a chapel, but
Yeah.
there's not a lot of religious symbology. But there are 4 statues at the head of the room around this. Again, sort of around the lectern. One, you probably have time to analyse them all, but there's a short one and 3 big ones.
Vaguely god-shaped.
Yeah, there also appears to be some another one of the blue puffy trouser men
Oh, bloody hell. Hello.
lying on the floor motionless.
Ooh, internal conflict perhaps. Intriguing.
It's brain dead, I reckon.
Cool. I'm gonna hold tight there,
Okay.
back to the wall, obscured from danger.
Felix.
There are 2 lads in close with Malcolm.
One disengaged.
So one,
disengaged.
there's one engaged with Zolan,
Yeah.
the other
Congratulations.
disengaged from Malcolm, and the two leather-clad combatants, 10 foot apart, one of them sort of back to back roughly.
Cool. He's going to go for the one that is in close with Malcolm.
Okay.
And
So it's about
try and flank
20
him.
foot of distance from you, something like that.
Yep.
To flank him, I reckon you probably just get around the side without invoking opportunity. It's quite tight.
Sneaky, sneaky.
So you see Silden, I can say it now. Silden go into that third room on the left hand side. You're now sort of exactly the midpoint between where Silden is and this
Nice.
bandit is that you're fighting. So you're just to the side of him, but he does. There's nothing preventing him. He's not engaged with anyone else. So whilst you would flank, whilst he'd be officially flanked, if a second person came and joined, by yourself is not enough
You
to
don't give
give
him
him
advantage.
advantage.
I see.
I see what's going on
But you
here.
position yourself in such a way that somebody else could catch it.
Yeah. But I will take my 2 attacks. Thanks. 10 plus 6. 16.
I'm afraid not.
11 plus 6.
17.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay! Cool.
First one nearly
Yeah.
hits, parries with with their rapier, and then the second one only has a dagger to parry with, doesn't quite do the same job.
Just keep going. There's no limit. It is a 9 plus 3, 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, so yeah, good hit.
Welcome to the Great Sword.
A good hit. Yeah, slice through the unleathered part of the torso. Managed to miss the armor completely and take a good chunk. Recoils in pain. And same experience that Zolan had as you look up at this
Oh, yeah, big dentist.
darker skinned one with the side whip. They too, as they open their mouth in pain, appear to be missing a tongue, and it looks ugly and unpleasant in there. It looks somewhat recent. Doesn't look like a very, very, very old.
What's wrong? Cat got your tongue.
Oh,
I hate
Got your
cats.
tongue?
Queuing up,
Because cats are horrible, he explains it to me.
queuing up the dad jokes.
The other one, which is next to you,
Oh, hi.
now doused in this acid, takes 2d4 acid damage. Would you like to roll it?
He was having a
Oh,
bad
you
enough
can roll
day.
it if you wish. I don't mind.
Do it.
You can roll it.
I don't.
Purple dice of victory.
Ian. Two, please.
Oh no.
2.
You double won it.
Double Ian, yeah.
Snake
Is it
eyes.
the beginning? Is it?
Okay, and this one takes a quick look around and sort of surveys the scene, and just repositions its body such that it doesn't leave your 5-foot radius, but it sidles around. I can't think of the word here.
Dosey dose.
Strafes is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Strafes around you, so they're, almost, they're kind of on the bottom step now of that staircase,
Oh, yeah.
facing down into the room. But they've got you all. They've got all of you in their eye line, which is
Cool.
what they were trying to do.
Sure.
And now, again, it is. He is going to strike you again. Go! Go!
Cool.
And it is going to attack you again.
Bring
First
it
with the
on.
dagger. That's going to miss.
Yeah, I
And
knew
then
that was the case.
first shot with the rapier. That's going to miss.
I knew that was the
And
case.
the second shot with the rapier is probably going to hit 21.
Damn, yeah, it's
And that is going
that
to
third
be,
shot's a doozy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Good job. It was only a third shot.
And that is going to be 9 piercing damage.
Another
So-
9.
And it sort of looks over his shoulder at the smoke that's coming over it. Sort of trying to analyze. You can tell,
Yeah.
sort of analysing what to do, where targets are coming from, and so on. We then go to the door on the right hand side, which you're still looking at.
It's got a beam
I've
of
got a beam.
With the beam in front of it, yeah.
Beam.
Door to the right hand side. The beam is specifically outside of the door this side, isn't it? Yeah. So you see the door slide open, not completely, about a third, half of the way. And they're sort of looking at it, and one of them just puts his head out into the beam. And what happens in this scenario?
So,
Face
it's a
off.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Like in that
it's
film,
going to be
Face Off.
15.
Oh, hang on. What's my...
Your spell save.
Yes.
DC.
It's just like the lights.
Molly wisdom, isn't it?
Shoot it right.
15.
The
So
meat
matches,
matches. So I
yeah.
think that
It's fair.
Equal or exceeds, right? Isn't it? And if you hit, if it
Uh,
matches your AC, you hit.
Yeah, I think so.
on saving
I
throw.
always get it the wrong way around.
I
Me-
just thought-
meeting it is
Supposed to
good
be.
enough on an attack roll. Is it good enough on a
I
saving
think it's
throw?
always the same.
I would have thought so. Oh,
D&D
Wizards of
tries to
Coast.
simplify the rules
Yeah, I
by
think
making
you're
it
right.
always the same.
They'll be getting a letter if it's not the same.
Angry letter.
From Zolan, yeah.
From your character. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
Two
So
would make
does
it-
that mean you saved?
No, it
Not
matches.
Matches.
Matches is always a failure, is that right?
Okay, we'll go with that.
Meets or exceeds.
That's
I would have thought so, yeah.
Can't remember.
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Well, it's only 5. 5 radiant damage.
5 radiant
That'll
damage.
do.
It's better than and he's sunburned on his face
He's
now.
looking rather radiant today.
So skin
Oh.
glows bright white just for a moment. You can't tell if it's the light or actually the skin itself. That was 5 damage. They, as soon as they take the damage, they pull their head back in, shut that door one more time.
Ooh, shut that door.
To the side. Clearly. Yes.
MVP.
We go to, and now it is you, Thorin.
Can I push it just 5 feet to the other side of the door?
So check your wording on it. Check if
So-
you go through.
So
Do you have to see it?
No, so I've looked at the other ones, and all the other ones say at a point you can see.
Yes.
This one specifically doesn't,
Okay.
and it just says you can move it. Hang on.
I suppose once you've got it fired up,
Each turn you can use an action to move the beam 60 feet in any direction.
Uncomfortable left with it. Yeah.
Just put it the other
Especially
side of the
given
door.
as the door opened recently, so you can sort of you could have been moving it as it was closing. I'm comfortable with that. So you move it just the other side of that door. I'm going to make a dice roll.
It's an orbital laser.
From the other side of the door, you hear screaming.
So what happens on a pass? What happens on a fail?
So on a pass, you take 1d10 radiant, and on a fail, you take 2.
Okay. Can you roll 2 one at a time?
Yeah. 6.
Like it.
9.
Okay.
Remember the iron cannon in the original?
Yeah.
You hear some muffled and a bang against the door as well.
I hate the idea of radiant damage.
Yeah.
So it's radiation based
Yeah,
stuff.
Oh yeah, microwave energy.
Okay. So one of those has disappeared. Make of that what you will.
From the other side of the door,
Anything
you
else you want to
can
throw in?
smell meat cooking.
Let's hear the microwave ping.
Okay, Malcolm, we're at you.
Right, so in front of me on the bottom of the stairs, I've got one guy, and then there's the other guy who is attacking Zolan. Yeah?
That's right.
Right, and...
So sorry. The one on the stairs is attacking Zolan.
Oh, right, okay. And the other
there's
one?
another one that Felix is engaged with, only 10 to 15 feet away from where you are,
Okay.
in front of you. Still on the left-hand side of the room, between
Quick
the
snap
door
decision.
to the third room where Sylvan is, and the edge of one of the garden patches.
I'm going to wind up and boom! Blast a sunbolt against the guy who is attacking Zolan.
No problem. What's your range on that?
30 feet.
Okay, you'll probably need to move
I'll
a little
move.
closer to do so.
I'll move within range.
Okay, so, and you probably have to, rather than as the crow flies, because you'd walk into Felix and the one he's engaged with, you might have to just sidestep sort of into the undergrowth of the garden just a little bit.
Fine, whatever I need to
But,
do.
Yeah, you're sort of stood at the edge, the very north end of the left hand.
I'll leap
patch
up
of
into the
garden.
flower bed and go, ha ha! Boom!
No problem. Okay, go
Kaboom.
ahead.
Bam.
That's a natural 20.
Awesome. So,
Saving
roll damage twice.
I like the ducky dice.
That
want
duck
another?
waited in a certain
Damage,
area.
damage,
Yeah,
damage,
true.
damage. That's D6 radiant damage plus my dex modifier. So
Don't
let's
roll
borrow
ducky-
the ducky dice on the
Ducky
screen.
D6.
like a
Ducky D6. That's a 5.
And roll that again, because it's critical.
Ooh.
Critical hit.
6, and get plus plus 3 on each of those, so that's
Plus 3 on one of the.
plus 3 on
You
one.
get
Of,
the modifier once.
Oh,
You double
okay.
the amount of dice you roll.
Oh, right, okay. So that's 6 plus 3 is 9 radiant damage.
Very nice. Okay,
Is that enough to finish him off?
it is not.
Then I'll have another go.
Go ahead.
Ah, boom!
Blast is like it's just barely missing you, Zolan. As it comes from in front of you. Trying to light your pipe.
That's 10.
10 to hit
10 to hit.
is not enough. Sorry, I was
Damn.
doing 10 damage there.
Never mind.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, you done?
Yes. I'll lean down and smell of that.
The one engaged with you, Felix, looks around, realises he's getting a little surrounded, as it were. It's going to take a bonus action to disengage from you. Okay.
I like that.
Okay,
Novel. I like that little
Sentiment.
cheek in there.
So you can't do it. You can't disengage. Well, it
Only if
is.
he moves away though. If he chooses to stay.
No, he's already
gonna move.
moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's already moving. But he was trying to do it in an agile fashion, but yeah.
Yeah, 17 to hit.
That's enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd my D6 go? Is it behind? It's on my piece of paper. There we go. 5 plus a 5, 10 plus 3, 13 damage.
13 damage, nice.
Beautiful.
Burn one of these.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take another good hit into this dark-haired, darker-skinned one of these blue bandit-like people, and they wet bandits. But he does
Some
now
fancy dice.
disengage, move away,
But he's fine. He's still up and
I
running.
feel bad though because Shell bought me these for Christmas.
and it's going to move away. It's
Forming a
actually
ritual
going
on them.
to look like he might have turned around to attack, but
Yeah.
taking that extra damage threw him off, and he actually dashed right to the end, very back of the room, quite close to the entrance where you all came in from, and turns around. It's only about 15 foot from where you are now, Thor. You're on the right hand side. You're now the nearest. Looks like he's heading to the door, the entrance, but you can't be certain. This point, the door to the right hand side again flies open.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. When a creature within 5 foot of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use a reaction. There's another thing. Hang on. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, creature speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. Creature provokes opportunity attack from you even if they take a disengage action. When a creature within 5 foot of you makes an attack against a target other than you, can use your action. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, his speed becomes 0, so he's locked down.
So he can't move. He
Yeah.
tried to get away, but couldn't.
Stuck in the mud.
Gotta remember that. I slowly remembering the rules.
So in that case,
Sorry, I should have remembered that one. but I
no
didn't.
worries. So in that case, as he tries to leave, I don't know any of your characters, by the way. You please learn your own character skills, because I will never catch your correctly.
I'm gonna make some and Thornir wins!
I've been making mine up since we started.
So it looked like he was very much trying to get away,
Yeah.
but as you sort of, I guess, grasp him and stop him from getting away, at that point you realise he's got no choice but to fight, so fights instead. So first of all, with the dagger, it's going to be 21.
That hits.
And that's going to be 8 piercing damage.
No worries.
And it follows up with the 2 rapier attacks.
Oh.
First one will miss for sure. And the second one, 11, is going to miss. Yeah. So gets you with the dagger, but misses with the next 2 strikes.
Felix puts his sword into him, and the guy puts his sword into him, and they're just like, "Ow!"
Okay, so now we come back round to the right-hand side door. It was technically the start of the turn that the moonbeam does the damage, wasn't it?
So, yeah, so it says,
After their turns.
yeah, it's if, boom, 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 when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on its turn.
So if you walk into it,
Yeah.
or you start your turn there, you take
Yeah,
damage.
Yeah. So on your previous turn, I counted it as doing damage to whatever was behind the door. Now they're starting their turn in it as well.
They'll take the damage.
So you
Take
take
it
it
to
again.
war.
Yeah.
I think that's what we did last time,
Okay.
Yeah.
last series.
Okay, we'll go with that. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I mean, if
Never
he's.
remember. I don't know whether they take the damage at the start of their turn or if they move into it deliberately.
Is it or and?
Or. So I reckon
Yeah,
if you
or-
move it over
or,
somebody,
okay.
they don't take damage.
Yeah, I think if it's in the same turn, it's not like you're going to
Same
take
turn.
damage twice, isn't it? So
Yeah,
I
because
think
otherwise you move it onto them, they take damage. Then their turn starts, they take
it's
damage.
either or, isn't it, rather than and? I think.
Yeah. I think
So that door opens. As the door opens, one of them falls down dead. You see, it looks like the one that emerged. There is another one of these mostly shirtless bandits, but they've got like a blue, like almost like a mini cape tied around their neck, but it's very short, sort of more like a tie, neckerchief or something similar to that, but a little bit longer, and short hair. And they are running out of this, completely discombobulated, just trying to emerge completely. And it looks like they've been trying to barricade the door up with kind of tables and things like that. Tables sort of crash down and chairs fall. as they emerge. But obviously
Barricade
so
slide.
overwhelmed in that pain,
Barricade a
they
sliding
run
door.
out. And they've got enough movement, they're dashing to get down the stairs a little way toward the main entrance, just running out screaming in pain. Again, everyone that's speaking has the same sort of fairly inaudible, tongueless sound that they're making. So,
Cool. He's going to peep around the door. There's a guy who's engaged in combat with Felix. There's also a guy engaged in combat with Zolan. Is that right? The closest ones with
the
Felix.
closest one to you is definitely Felix, because it's just outside the door. Felix is just the other side of the door.
I know they've rearranged themselves, but I can flank Felix's one, presumably.
Yeah, you can sort of shimmy around to a position where you're definitely making it very awkward for him to find both of you.
Cool. Okay. He's going to run over there. He's still knives out, and he's going to run over. As he's running, he's going to say, I normally don't like witnesses, but it doesn't look like these guys can talk. And he's going to diving short sword the guy.
Okay.
It's only a 10, though.
Okay, 10 won't be enough, I'm afraid.
Annoyingly, then, I don't want to have to do this, but
Are
he's
you
gonna
on the
do-
near side, like the wall side, or you on the garden side? So closer to the edge or closer to the middle? You should be flanking from either side.
It'll probably be closer to the middle,
Okay.
presumably.
So you're
Gives
quite-
me a bit more
So
option.
you're very close.
I wouldn't want to put my back towards anyone else, basically.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So you've got Felix on the north side, the guy kind of in the middle, with you sort of on the east side of him.
Cool.
Malcolm right next to you as well in the garden, just a little bit more to your east.
Cool.
And then you've got the other pair fighting 20 foot away from you to the northeast near the top stairs.
How much movement have I used to get over there?
Not a lot. Maybe a little over 10.
Cool. Annoyingly, then, I'm going to use my bonus action to swing round with my second short sword. Which is a natural 20. Correct for 26.
Double damage. And yeah.
Which is going to be 13 damage.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. And I also get double sneak attack damage because I'm flanking. Forgot that bad boy. So that's 13 plus 12.
What?
25 damage!
Okay.
Sneaking damage.
So yeah, huge damage going. You can see these attacks flying in them. Impressive attack.
Of course.
Deflected the first one, didn't notice the other one in his ribs.
Sure. Yeah. And obviously he's battling somebody else as well. So there's only so much defense you can do, even with two weapons. Just getting overwhelmed by the pair of you. Lots of damage going in.
You're one too.
Still standing, but really on the ropes. Done.
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay, Felix.
I use my
We're
bonus
going to pull
action.
something out. Another thing.
I don't think there's anything for it. I think he's gonna swing the great sword.
Advantage.
See if we can hit. 20!
Oh!
Lovely. Double damage, right?
Double the dice, yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, that's 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4, 18 plus 3, 21 damage.
Overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Between the pair of you, this damage is probably going in, at the same time.
Yeah.
Between the pair of you, you overwhelm him to the point in which he dies.
Which is helpful.
If that's what you'd like. Yeah.
Your final.
Goes down hard, drops to the stone floor, makes an unpleasant sound as it hits. But goes down.
Depends on your point
Yeah.
of view.
You have defeated.
Felix can move. I guess.
Can, yeah.
Yeah. So where are our combatants at the moment? Not the ones behind the door. Who's out in the open
they're
field?
running.
So out in the open field, you've got now 20-ish foot, 25 foot, not 20, just 20 or so dragons.
Yeah. Okay.
They're all
fine.
packed behind one of the sliding doors.
20 to 25 feet away from you is where Zolan is sort of at the bottom of the staircase fighting this other
Cool.
I say fighting with engaged with this other swashbuckling
Cool.
combatant.
Yeah, Felix will run down to the bottom of the steps. Zolan! And engage with this guy. So in close.
Go ahead. Yeah.
That's it. You can't do now.
Of course. So now it is this one's turn. It is.
Hello.
Yeah, it's evaluating its options and it's going to attack. So it is going to, again, 3 attacks are coming in. It's fighting. It feels like it realizes it's fighting for its life, and he is going to, seeing what's just happened to its colleague. He's going to put
Work friend.
yeah, work friend. He's going to take the dagger attack against you, Zolan, and he's going to take the 2 rapier attacks against you,
How
Felix.
about none against Zolan?
Yeah.
You did skip my turn last turn. I didn't want to backtrack.
Oh, did I?
I didn't want to backtrack because of the flow went on.
Savage.
Zolan, I did.
So you can stab someone else.
Did I? Well,
You
you
can
can
ignore
take.
me.
No, you can take your turn.
I
Take your
do.
turn.
No, it's okay.
No, go ahead.
Full turns,
I missed
right?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, we've gone back. We'll just carry on.
No,
I don't
take
want
your
to
turn. No, it's
go
fine.
back. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go
Because
back.
it won't affect anything. It won't change anything to what this person would do. So
I will
go ahead.
disengage. That'll be it. That's all I want to do.
You're in disengage. Okay. And move,
Carry on.
Are you sure?
move where?
Yeah, I don't want to stop. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to stop the flow because it was going.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy if you take it now. So if
That's
you
fine.
just want to disengage, that's fine.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And where would you like to disengage to?
3 feet backwards.
Just 3 feet. Okay.
That'll do.
No problem. So Zolan's taken a few
Not
steps
even a
back.
full square.
So now all of its text is going to come into you instead. So first the dagger. It's going to miss. And then a rapier. 16.
Meets armor
Which
class.
is enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you want your... Oh.
And that's 7 piercing damage.
Cool.
And then its second rapier attack is going to be 25,
Oh, that way.
which will be another 8 piercing damage.
Come on.
So yeah, fighting these 2 gladiators battling the bottom of the stairs, and unaware of your powers, is also going to try and disengage.
Sucks to be you. Whoop.
I'm not meta, don't worry.
17.
17 will hit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't go anywhere. 3, 11 damage.
11 damage, nice. And it should take an acid damage as well, shouldn't it? So 2.
We can do if it wishes.
2. Do you want to roll
polite.
it?
No, it's okay. You're wrong. You got
Okay.
the price in hand.
Okay, so what was yours?
It was 11, right? Yeah, 8 plus 3.
Okay, awesome. So clearly pained by what's burning, you physically smell the skin burning in front of you.
Also
And
can't
even-
move.
Yes, even over this billowing, pluming black smoke
Yeah.
overhead, which is all down the
Yeah, I
staircase.
forgot
now,
about all that.
filling the area. Okay, tries to get away, but you stop it with excellent swordsmanship.
I think it's footwork. I was like, oh, no.
Fierce one inside. Zolan, please have your turn.
I don't know.
We do some help here, Zolan.
I will walk back my 3 foot back into range.
Nice. Nice.
I didn't want to do anything.
But, yeah.
Would that give Felix flanking if I was in that position?
If you move in such a way intentionally to do so, yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it might be 5 feet with movement.
I don't know if I can do that.
So you go on
I
to
don't
sort
know
of
if
the
I
bottom step with him.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna hit him with a hand axe. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swing a hand axe at him.
Got a hand
Reef.
axe?
I have a hand axe. Yeah, I've actually got a fair few weapons. Believe it.
Okay, go for it.
6.
There's not enough.
You sure? Okay, that's it then. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, you're flanking though, right?
I
You obviously got advantage.
Oh, it is, yeah.
that does work. Does that work for
Yeah.
me as well? Does it? Get out of here. 10.
Plus 3, 13.
I think it. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't. She's
13.
read at the bottom. I looked at the dice. 13.
Yeah, no,
That's still
great.
17. I think. So AC.
Are you actually trying to damage him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. Yeah. I was.
You went to
Just
show
going
you.
vicious.
Yeah.
Just, you
Well, this-
press
Look at this. This is
something
neat.
on that, otherwise that's going to go off.
Not the TV.
Something on the way.
Yeah,
On
side,
the-
on the right hand side of the TV, if you sit the
Preferably
volume.
not the standby button.
Yeah, not the standby button.
Any other button.
Any other button. There you go. Lovely. Okay. Can't have any more equipment going.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do, Zoe?
It's fine, he's got to take care of it.
Sorry.
Nice. We've got 3 baddies.
So you got
So we've got that one that's being flanked.
by the stairwell.
Yeah.
One that ran down the other stairwell, the opposite side, the south side of the room, the entrance. And then that's all you're aware of.
Okay. Sorry, little man. I'm just gonna. My eyes are gonna light up, and I'm gonna move my beam back over him.
Nice.
How far can you get?
120.
120 feet!
In one turn you can do 120 feet, can you? Walk?
Oh, hang on.
Jeez.
60 feet. Sorry.
60 feet.
Double that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we moved 60 feet.
120 damage.
So as he's running, this beam's probably just following him.
Oh
The whole
no!
way. And as he gets to the staircase, you just manage to catch it up to him.
Perfect.
And he's going to make his con save, yeah.
Must be terrifying.
Which is not going to be enough. It's a failed con save.
Oh.
2d10.
Do it.
Do it.
It's 10.
That's
10.
Yeah.
Not 0.
So, yeah.
15.
Yeah. Kind of just melts.
It's like, the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Woof.
Is he the only one running away?
Is
there another one?
At the moment, that's the
Yeah.
only one that's been able
The other-
to.
the other
Some
one
of
is-
the others that tried to were stopped.
No
And
answers. Love it.
there's just sort of a like a shadow mark where his body is.
Greasy spot. You took him down to a greasy spot. Nice.
But yeah, definitely. Just as he got to the stairs, couldn't get one. Anything else you want to do, Thorny?
Do I have any indication where this mysterious other one is?
So I don't know if you've seen another one. The only one that you are aware of is the one battling on the stairs. 60 foot from your position to the north.
Okay, well I'm gonna at least face them. Face that way.
Everything? Okay. At that point, you feel. First, you probably hear something, just the sweep of wind.
Someone's gonna shit
as
themselves.
an arrow comes toward you out of the room to the right-hand side, which you sent the moonbeam into initially. You realise that someone has fired an arrow from within there toward you.
Mistake.
Okay. Yeah.
Thorn was king of arrows. No arrow. Get back. Just bend the arms.
So the first one is.
There's a lot of looking around. It's
Yeah,
making
sorry.
me nervous.
And moment, please.
Got the idea that he's just got like 6 arrows.
It's
So
20 non-natural.
Ooh.
And
To-
because
to
I'm
hit.
like kind of hidden, is that?
Oh yeah, you haven't moved.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that
but
the
he attacked. He cast a spell which would have unhidden you, and you didn't re-hide.
Bugger.
I'm always just kind of hidden though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I think when you're moving that, he would have seen you.
The big bright eyes give it away.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Bright eyes,
Uh,
burning like fire.
So 20 to hit,
Yeah.
and
Alright.
it's going to do.
Does that break your concentration?
Oh yeah, you will have to
Yeah,
make
we
a
will.
save on that in a second. 6 piercing damage, and then you feel straight away a second arrow coming towards you, which will be 20 again, non-natural to
Damn
hit.
it.
Oh, there it is.
Sildon again.
Get down!
And then this
So
is
it's good
going
too.
to be 6 piercing damage. So it
I missed this
Five
second one.
sixes. 6 and 6.
was 6 and 6, wasn't
Spiral
it?
tail.
And now you've got to make a concentration save.
Coronavirus.
I can't quite remember what that is, but I'll check it out. I've got it here somewhere.
Just going down.
Do
Just
alcohol.
I did.
roll a d20 card and we'll go from there.
Mine's
Yeah.
going in the eye.
Well, it's
Quite
a
eyeball
4.
I think that's broken.
You.
It doesn't take much as long.
Yeah, I don't remember the specific. I'll have to double check what the breaking costs.
Is it just on a con save?
It's less. It's more than 4.
No, okay.
So something
Yeah,
to
I
say.
It'd be an
Four.
intelligence
I
or
don't
wisdom.
actually know.
No, I can't quite remember, but 4 isn't enough.
That's
So
the player's
unfortunately,
handbook.
concentration is broken now on that spell, so the moonbeam fizzles out. And pile is remaining. We come to Sildon.
Cool. So I've got dude being duded by 2 dudes.
I'm
Oh, it's
gonna
Miss
go.
Malkin.
We go to Malcolm. There's 2 people that time. Malcolm, go for it.
Right,
We've
so
got these helpful
I
tokens.
know. You're not doing the slidey. That's why you just
Ah, you're
You
good
gotta
thinking,
keep a little
actually.
slide.
Yeah, leave a little gap.
Like
slide
it.
them along as
Like
you do.
it. Like it.
so got the one guy that's engaged with these 2,
Uh-huh.
looking somewhat worse for wear.
Yes.
The door that the arrows have just come out of.
Honestly, probably largely unaware of that, given that you're facing all of this that's happening in
Okay.
front of you. So I'd say the most obvious thing, you probably wouldn't have seen the arrow coming towards Doranir, realistically. But,
I would have yelped.
yeah.
Well, you can catch ours out of the air.
Yeah,
It's got a
but
keen eye.
Within about 25 feet of you, you've got this battle on the stairs taking place.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to wind up with the old sunbolt.
Okay.
He's generous of
And
Jack.
Go for it.
Any point of soul in battle.
I like
fire the sunbolt at the
Maybe
guy,
you, Felix.
and that is a 12 plus 3 is 15.
15 will not hit.
And the second one, 17.
That will hit.
Ducky dice. Got this. Quack quack.
That's 2 plus.
This is your beam attack.
Just looking. D6 rating damage plus
I think
my,
it's
plus
dex,
my
isn't it?
dex. So that is 5. 5
damage.
radiant damage.
Thank you very
You
much.
can
So,
spend
yeah.
the key to do more as well.
Yes,
can't
I can actually.
you?
I'm going to. I am going to spend a key to do the same again. Now I can make the special. I can make the attack twice again as a bonus action by spending
Okay.
1 key. So the first one is an 18 plus 3 is
That hits.
21.
Oh,
Nice.
That's 7 radiant damage.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well,
And then one more.
Into the microwave.
That's a natural 20.
That's going to hit.
Double
dice.
damage!
Double dice.
Roll that twice.
That's
start.
6, that's 9. And another 2. Do I get the
11 plus 3. 14.
14 radiant damage?
Ducky dice!
I like the ducky dice.
Huge blast. And it's quite a sight to see on this battle on the steps here. As the sunlight,
Many thumb.
as the sunlight falls down upon you, these huge plumes of black smoke just momentarily offset by this bright white light which just lights up the room.
Finally.
Contrast is extreme. And just for a moment, you're all dazzled, and then it dissipates. And as blasted back as this individual is, they are still standing
Oh, wow.
on this stairwell.
You're
kidding me.
Freaking out on John.
I will slide,
Slidey.
Reginald Dwight.
and this person is dead. Back to Sildon.
Cool. So I've still got that guy still alive, and I've got somebody shooting arrows out of a cupboard. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
or a cupboard shooting arrows out of itself.
If I attack the guy who's
Definitely was that.
engaged with everybody else, can the guy in the cupboard see me?
You can't
Right.
see the person in the room to the right. You haven't seen them. You may be you may be aware an arrow has come out of there.
Just don't really like my bum being on display. How far away is this engagement? Tangled mess
You're
of
about
heroes.
25 feet.
Okay.
You're on the north side of the west guard.
Cool. I will bolt over to. Nah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna run straight at this guy who's engaged everybody. knives out, and I'm going to do him with a short sword.
Do him!
hopefully.
Is it the guy that you're fighting with us?
He's
Yeah,
heavily flanked.
Yeah, you'll
Yes,
get
he's heavily flanked, right?
Yeah, you definitely got advantage.
So I'm going to go. I've got a 15.
Gotta finish
go
him off,
again.
surely.
Oh, roll the natural one. So I'm going to annoyingly use my bonus action again to hit him again with my offhand. 16 advantage. 20. Fine.
Yay!
4 dice that took. But, so
Perhaps
that's
you should
20.
use ducky dice.
Which is, maybe I should use the ducky dice. So that's a 5 damage plus the sneak attack for having the advantage, which is an extra 8. So that's 13.
It's enough to put him down.
Assassinate.
Again, overwhelmed
Well,
by
see.
the 4 of you all piling in, including you in that zone.
Thank
with
you.
Everybody
I was
piles in
wondering
that
if
one.
I was in
Yeah.
I was included
All
in that.
4 of you finally overwhelming this, clearly adept combatant on the stairs, and they lie down, sprawled on their back, the smoke pluming over them, and you finish them off.
Beauty.
Um,
I'm going to use the rest of my movement. I've got 5 feet.
yeah.
Is there anywhere? Is the foliage nearby? Can I go and get prone and hidden?
How much you got? Sorry, 5
5 foot?
5 foot. Yeah, no, you can't get to it, but you can head that way.
Yeah, I'll head that way.
There's actually a number of thin columns,
Amazing.
ornamental nearby, so you can happily
I'm
sneak
pretty
in
cool.
behind one of
I'm not
those.
super thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do a quick hide action behind one of them as a bonus action.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which will be a. Let's see. If it'll roll. 23.
Okay. No problem, thank you. Felix and Zolan, I'm going to let you take your turns together here.
Can I ride Felix?
Team turn.
It's Duke time.
Because everyone immediately in front of you is dead, although there is some archery going on somewhere behind you.
We should probably go deal with that.
I've got a route to point shooting.
Yeah, let's do this. I do not.
Do you not?
I'll go left, you go right.
How far away is this, geese? Or gal?
So it's in the middle right-hand room.
Oh, they're in the room. Okay, I can't.
Yeah, it would take.
One can't bend an arrow from.
It's going to take about 55 foot movement to get to the doorway.
Totally ain't dashing. I'll use my movement speed, but yeah.
Saunter.
25.
Yeah, 25. Yeah, he ain't dashing.
No,
I am too old for that.
A dash for no man.
You
Yeah.
pipe it, yeah.
Probably not.
Felix.
No, I got distracted.
I think
Probably
he'll
Bastard
move
stabbed me.
into the flowers and hide.
There's 2 patches. There's a west side flower bed.
Yeah, east side. Yeah, that's closest to the door, right?
Sure, no problem.
Do you want to roll stealth?
Doggy, lie down.
It's gonna get real low, and I'm really dead obvious. I gotta roll a 3. His tail's just sticking out.
I'm lying down over here.
Okay. Thorinir, obviously you turned away to look to the north, and as you did so, an arrow came from your east in that original room.
How far away is that?
So as you are you looking back into the room? So as you look back into it, it was a little over 30 feet from you, about 40 feet from you, I think, the entrance. And then it looks like the room is the same again. There's obviously this furniture that was sort of half barricading the door, which they gave up on because the faces started melting. And there looks like to be a very big circular table, wooden table, in the back side of the room with lots of stools around it. And at this point in time, you can see an archer, in effect, at the back side of the table, who's just unleashed their arrows at you.
Or just get them on straight back.
Okay, so straight back. Go ahead.
Classic arrow. Yeah.
What's your normal range on that?
60 big ones.
80
Oh,
to
80.
320.
Oh dear.
Just at the limit. Yeah, you go.
Is 80 feet away?
Yeah, I'm happy you're at the normal.
Yeah, 80.
You can do that just.
Brilliant. Well, it's 20. Non-natural.
Okay, and it is in half cover because half of its body's lower half of its body's obscured. So, but it's going to be enough to hit. Yeah, it's going to be enough to hit.
7.
7.
7 of the piercing.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, definitely hit this archer. They've got kind of a flattened hat on the top of their head. Aside from that, they're wearing similar clothes, but not quite as armoured. They've got leather
I'm laughing
armour
at
and then a
You're laughing
white
at
shirt
that.
over the top.
Is it a tall hat that's big?
It's a bowler hat with a big dent in the top.
It's a narrow pointed hat. Like an
Oh,
archer's
okay.
hat.
An archer's hat.
Yeah.
It's not like a top hat that's concertinaed down.
Oh gosh, he's a gentleman that's come on hard times.
Yeah, so just loose the
Being
arrow,
shot at by the Artful Dodger.
towards you.
Yeah.
And sorry, you loosed an arrow towards them. Anything else you'd like to do?
Well, as I'm just still stood in the same place, can I blend in with my foliage once again?
Go ahead, yeah, you can make that stealth
Right
roll.
action.
Six.
You've been more hidden. You've been more hidden. Okay, we are going to now come back to this archer who's straight away going to fire 2 more arrows straight back at Thorn. And the first one, just down that page. The first one is going to be 19 to hit.
That did.
It's going to be 11 piercing damage. And the second one is going to be 18 to hit. It's going to be 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
Just yeah, still from behind that table. Just yeah, excellent accuracy. Malcolm.
So how far away am I from this dude in the doorway?
You are a little over 50 feet.
A little over 50 feet. So I'm gonna run up so that I'm within range, so within 30 feet of him, and
Oh, sorry. Apologies. You're a little over 50 feet from the doorway, and then you don't know, you haven't quite got eyes on him. So as you run, if you're moving towards him,
yeah,
after 15 feet, you get eyes on him.
right.
You realise you're 40 foot from the doorway, and then he's another 40 foot ahead of you into the room.
Oh,
So deep,
right.
It's a 40 foot deep room. He's behind this big wooden table, just his bow drawn.
So if I've got my full move of 40 feet, how far can I?
So if you use all of that, you're sort of in that second patch of garden, just closest to Felix, who's hidden very badly. Also quite close to Thorinir, who's hidden somewhat badly as well. And taking arrow
Blood sticking
fire.
out.
And you're now 15 foot from the door. 15 foot from the door, 10, 12 foot, something like that.
And he's 40 foot the other side of the door.
He is, yeah. So you're
Right.
about 50 foot from him now.
Okay. There's not an awful lot else I can do. Actually, yes, I can. I can dash. Double my move, can't I? So that'll take me up to the door.
If you want to use it, I mean, you can do. You
Yeah.
have 30 foot still spare if you did that.
Yeah, I'm going to get up to the door, and I'm going to drop down below the level of his barricade.
Yeah, no problem.
So
Sort of
I've
using his own
got,
barricade.
yeah, I'm running up
Hiding the other
against
side.
the door, and as I'm sort of slide or whatever, and down behind the barricade.
Thank you, Malcolm. Silden.
50 foot away from the door.
Yeah, probably slightly even more for you, maybe 60. Yeah.
I'll take a bonus action to dash. Takes me up to the door.
Yeah, full movement the whole way.
Yeah. I'm going to peep round the door.
Yeah.
Just a little peep.
Yeah.
Don't want to lose my nose. And are there any other doors leading into this room?
From the outside, from the exterior.
Well, looking to where I think he is.
Yeah.
Is there any other doors on the inside?
So,
Basically,
okay.
I want to try and get around the
Okay,
back.
give me a quick perception roll just to check really quickly.
I can give it a go.
Oh, I wish I'd thought of that.
19.
19. Okay, so fairly confident there isn't another door into this room.
Cool.
A quick sweep from what you can see. You do see the room is absolutely all the tables, all on the floor, and all across this big central. We're talking this is a big 20-foot round table, huge, great centerpiece at the far side of the room. Just absolutely covered in scrolls, papers. There's papers pinned all over the walls.
Sounds very flammable.
Just and scrolls. And that's what you see. Yeah,
Any
there's an
windows?
archer on the far side. There are no windows
Still
in this room.
sounds
All of
very
the natural room light is coming from. You're backlit. You know everything's coming from the central.
Only
chamber.
I had a torch on me. This guy was getting smoked out.
Are you standing right next to me?
Yeah.
I've got a torch.
Selden's gonna grab a torch from Malcolm's pack, light it.
Take about a minute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So how far away is the table from the door?
It is just over 20 feet.
Sweet. I'm gonna use my actual move action, so use my bonus action, disengage, to run in, slide to the table. Can I see his legs underneath the table?
Yeah.
Cool. In which case, I'm gonna use my street piece, my crossbow, and I'm gonna shoot at his legs underneath the table.
Okay, go for it. Yeah. So still technically with half cover, it's just the other half.
Yeah. But this is more likely to get him in the nose. And that is a natural 20.
Oh.
26.
Oh.
Which puts it at.
It's a few natural 20s.
I know. And that's 8 damage for that, and I don't get any sneak attack damage. Sadly.
Yeah.
Did you double roll your dice?
I did, yeah. It's only 8 full on. If you don't get a sneak attack, it's not worth it. But.
Oh, what?
Thank you.
Cool.
And now he's hopping mad.
I like the idea that we're both in half cover, but depending which half you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see all of them, but you can only shoot at half.
Yeah. Phoenix.
I'm Felix.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement actually just to move as far around the table as I can towards it.
About 100 feet.
He's quick.
Impressive.
He's
Yeah.
quick.
Can he close the gap to the door?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's not a whole lot of help here because he is a close
Are you
combat.
getting in the room or are you just waiting outside the door?
How far in is this archer? He's quite far in.
40 foot.
Yeah.
Sort of the backside of the room behind a big table. You can get 10 foot into the room if you wanted to. Malcolm's crouched behind this barricade.
Cool. In which case, has he spent a turn not moving? Well, since
No, move
Probably
last.
He's
not.
moved every time.
in which case he's probably just going to dash up into close with this guy and give him the old hoyo.
Okay, so you can go under the table or on top of the table.
He's going to slide under the table
Okay,
like
so-
a pro.
So you and Selden are both kind of under the or partially under
Partially under the table.
Yeah, no problem. So you're about at the midpoint of the table, not
Yeah.
quite in close, but only 10 foot away.
Tell me with the cool kids at pies.
Yeah.
Remember, he's only just as tall as the table.
As
don't
you're-
even need to-
as you're sliding, you probably put your foot on one of the papers, and the paper sort of slides with you.
Oh, nice. And you knock down your
Oh,
seats,
little-
great.
Little avalanche of papers swirling up around you.
Okay, Selden.
I think the DM might be secretly happy when it set fire to his paper ring.
Yeah.
Maybe true.
Yet.
How far is the
Yet.
doorway?
You're,
Still a chance.
You're 10 foot away.
Heathens.
I didn't really want to go in anyway, to be honest.
I wouldn't have expected as much.
No, I'll post up at the door.
Okay.
I'll ready an action at the door.
No problem.
That'll do. The crossbow.
Yeah.
Should be alright.
Try lighting
Ready in
a,
action for what?
lighting a torch.
I know Elantrix values all information in this place, and I would never dare set fire to any paperwork here.
Readying for
But
what?
don't know yet. Next.
I need a trigger,
don't know what
otherwise
to do
nothing
there.
will set it off.
That will be fine. Yeah, that will be fine. He'll pretend that he's
Ready,
think that
no
he's ready,
action.
but yeah, that's
Just
fine.
gonna stand
It's
there.
not, yeah.
The only situation I would let you use your action in is if nothing happens.
Thank you. When that happens, I will take that.
Darn it.
How far away am I?
40 foot from the door, still, yeah.
Now, so if I move my distance that I can towards it, maybe snap to the side, and I am going to cast my spirit totem. So you might hear a bear noise come from Thorin. Not how a bear sounds.
That's it. That's how bad
It's gonna be a lot louder than that.
I mean, that's the right.
And then in return, this ethereal bear will kind of, will appear in like a 30-foot radius around all of us. Can I capture us all in 30 foot?
30 foot. Does that have to be in the centre of you?
No.
It can be anywhere.
It can be anywhere, and it doesn't have to be on me.
No. Okay, fine. Yeah, then I'm happy you can get every single one of you in 30 foot, just about in 30 foot radius.
Nice. And what that does is give everyone plus 10 temporary hit points.
Nice.
That's an advantage on strength checks.
Very nice.
Very strong on your bow.
Okay.
Well,
So
thank
now-
you very much.
And that's just a bonus action.
Just about.
Just a bonus action.
Just a bonus action.
But I don't want to do it.
Right, the archer clears something under the table, jumps on top of the table, and it's going to run 30 foot forward. It does get within 5 foot of you, but it's under the table. So there is a barricade in it's going to run over the table. As it's on the table,
You've got advantage on strength checks, so
Punch up through the table.
on the table, it's going to use a bonus action to concentrate and really hone in. Let's do it 3 times there. And it's going to focus on the person blocking the door the most, which how much in the door are you throwing in?
Step to the side.
Slow to the side. Okay, so how much in the door are you throwing?
Well, I don't have a clue where I am. If you,
Just
put me,
slightly
if
to
you
the
want to put
side,
me in the
I
door, you put me in the door.
Yeah, no, I think
ready.
it'll be
I don't
Malcolm
mind.
who's
I'm very
in
ready,
cover.
yeah.
Are you poking out at all?
I forgot to load
Um,
ammunition.
Well, I sort of slid up against the barricade, and I was
I'm happy that you're in about 3/4 cover. You know.
okay.
So so you get again +5 to AC.
Okay.
But this one is using Archer's Eye. So it's going to be. It's going to be 21 to hit.
So you said I had +5 on my
+5
arm.
on your
Yeah,
AC.
that does hit.
Does hit. And
Hang
it's-
on a minute.
Hang on a minute, catch the arrow.
So you roll your damage.
You tell me what to do.
I did say I was going to use Archer's Eye actually, so I should. I can't. I don't think I can save it for damage, because I declared it. So it's actually going to be even. Yeah, it's going to be 1 more. So ignore that. So it's going to be damage then. As per normal, wrong dice. As per normal. It's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Right, I can use my reaction to deflect or catch a missile. If hit by a ranged weapon attack, reduce the damage by 1d10 plus my dex plus my level. So that's 1d10 plus what level am I? 5. 1d10 plus 8.
Well, it's going to be enough. That'll negate anything.
Nice.
So yeah, you've.
Just call it.
That's a separate skill technically.
Hang
isn't it,
on,
to catch
if that reduces it to 0, I can catch it.
Ah,
If
Throw
it's
it back.
small enough and I have a free hand, which I do, I can then make a range attack as part of the same reaction if I spend 1 key.
It only took 3 years.
Yes!
Has caught the arrow.
And throw it back!
Mind blowing.
It is. Wow.
Throw it, catch it, and throw it back.
an arrow.
Zola will applaud you.
So that is I've never done this before. Ranged attack as part of the same reaction of spend 1 key, which I will. Always has proficiency and counts as a monk weapon.
So roll that and add 5.
It's 10 plus 5. 15.
Right, a dish.
Stuck out the table.
Yeah.
For dying.
So
But you
throws-
shook him up.
Yeah.
Caught
That's
him
enough for him
Caught
to.
the arrow, thrown it back at
It's
him.
enough for him to
and
fill
it's-
his trousers. If that's
Yeah.
Takes that first shot, and then it is going to take a second shot at you again.
Can I do this again?
So if
you
you've got
spend
another
key.
key, yeah.
Or you can always.
Natural 20.
Catch it. Catch it.
Oh, you have to roll
So-
damage.
So it will be damage first.
It's damage, roll your
Yeah.
damage.
And then you reduce it by 10 plus
D10.
8. D10.
Just done
So it will be 13 this time.
13.
Easy. You
Well,
can do this.
D10 plus 8. That is 11.
So only 2 damage
Two
this
damage.
time. Almost catch it again, but just get your
fingers.
thumbs. Nearly caught 2 arrows though.
Just get
I'm
splinters in
I'm
your
still
hand.
clapping, probably. That's why my reaction doesn't go off. I've dropped my weapons.
Drops weapons in
Fabulous.
Yeah, so it's moved
Used
30
my
foot
key.
into the room, and yeah, takes the shot, trying to move forward, but moving forward with purpose. Looks like trying to approach. Malcolm,
Okay, so how far away from me is he now?
10 foot.
Okay. As he's there, so yeah, fine. I'm going to just turn around and blast at him, same as before.
Are all 4 of you? Is everyone going to attack this person?
Maybe.
I suspect there's enough damage to take them out. So if anyone who wants to attack just wants to do it together,
I'm going to be sword up through the table.
because all 4 of you, all 5.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's-
4. I know Zon's not going to attack.
I may do.
Yeah.
If I'm needed, I will finish him off.
So my first hit
Play
was
all the
19 to hit.
So I'll tell you that AC is 16. So just
19 to hit.
calculate yourself.
D6.
Oh.
Just tell me how
That's,
much damage.
that's
Yeah,
9
don't
for my
do attacks,
first
don't
hit.
I do.
You get
And what's his armor?
16.
So the second hit didn't hit.
Okay.
So that's 9 radiant damage. So my
Okay. So let's just stack all this damage. I'll do it all in one
Yeah,
calculation.
Felix rolled a 1 and a 4, so he's going to like sword through the table. It's going to miss. Go ahead.
Silden hit, but with no movement without getting anywhere, only doing 6 damage.
Okay.
Because
9 plus 6. So
9
far,
plus
15.
Unless I'm under the table,
He's
if
hidden.
you can't see me.
I mean, you're. We're
Yeah,
all around-
you
you're
were
around
under
at
the
this
table,
point.
so
2 of
he's
you
on top of the
behind,
table.
Attack
Three
is
of
from
you
under
in
the
Come
front.
out
table.
from under the table.
In which case that's
advantage on your rolls there? That's an advantage. What's the flanking?
14 total.
14.
That's 23 in total.
23 in total. Keep going.
Thought I missed.
Do you need me?
He's a-
Zola
he's a
will finish
shell of an
this.
elf.
So-
Oh, God,
Oh,
so finish it.
Finish
Throw
this
your
guy
axe.
off. What's he going to get? Don't know what he's going to get. I'm just going to shoot him with a crossbow. That's just doesn't need much. He's getting crossbowed for 19 to hit.
Does he
And,
breathe the smoke out as he fires?
10 damage.
10 damage. So
Yeah.
33 in total. Is that
Yeah.
right? So lots of damage coming in left, right, and centre, all over. I assume you're just sort of all piling in generally. Yeah, as much as possible. But it hasn't been enough to take them down. They're going to drop their bow at this point and try and just dash out of that room. Pretty much everyone gets an attack opportunity.
Putting a clothesline on the way out.
Alright, so as he runs past, I'm going to pull my staff out and smack him across the chops with it.
Across the
That's
chops.
10, 13.
I missed 14.
Do I get one?
Yeah.
So, why have I got to pull him away now?
He must be dead by now.
Oh no, that one. I don't have
17.
That will hit.
So he's going to scimitar this guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Taste of their own. Well, this wasn't a scimitar chap, was it?
Does this guy have a tongue? We noticed that. Does this guy got a tongue?
Not anymore.
As he's running towards you, you probably notice no, they have not.
It is 3 plus 4. It's the 7.
7.
40 dips.
Okay.
It's messy.
So lots of misses there. You know, quite agile this person, and they are dashing out that room at this point with all the speed they have.
Good on him.
They get to the top of the staircase that's towards the bottom, towards the entrance. At this point, you guys have a choice to go after them or leave them.
Sylvan's going after him.
Yeah.
I'm going after. Yeah,
They're
I'm
arranged
going
for
after
a
him.
ranged attack.
You can all get within. So the three that were outside the room can get in the close.
If I can get within
the
30
ones that
feet.
were in are very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you would, if you were chasing them over the next 2 turns, you'd be able to put enough damage in to finish them off at this point.
Good.
So chasing them, trying to finish them off. Somewhere down that corridor, you finally get enough knives.
Can we
my
roll for
first-
who gets the killing blow?
My first sunbolt is
roll
a,
off.
is a 22.
Oh, come on, yeah, you do it.
Yeah. All right. Fine. So yeah.
And a 9 damage.
Okay. So lights up again, and finally.
Kaboom!
For just a moment, while all this smoke continues to plume from the north side, we exit combat.
Anyone know who these guys are?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, at least I recognise the tattoo. It was a gang from Equa.
A gang.
Yeah.
Cool.
Called? They're called the Blue Blades.
The Blue Bloods.
They're not nice people.
Well, gathered that.
Well, that's
But
convenient because otherwise we just murder a bunch of nice people.
But the tongue torn out business is new to me.
Oh.
That I've not seen before.
Is it fair to assume they were hired to attack Spectre Guard?
I would have thought so, yeah.
And can I just mention the fact that Sildon is here?
And Sildon is here!
How the hell did
How
that
come
happen?
you're not dead? We thought you were dead. I mean, first we thought we saw you die, and then we blew up the entire area that we thought you were left in.
Which was a good move. Well done.
That was a good move. I didn't think that was a good idea at all. Ed.
Well, let's just say it somewhat saw that things weren't going to go so well and favoured me to disappear from the situation.
Sneaky bastard.
You are a slippery.
He's going to wipe off his blades, and as that's happening, he's going to pull his hood back up again.
And disappear.
Are you an
Yeah,
orca?
disappear.
Are you an
Where'd he go?
orca?
Absolutely not.
I thought so. I was very confused.
We read your documents. It appears that you are many things and nothing at all.
That's true, actually. We should give these back, right?
No, it's fine.
I would very much like
Oh,
that.
actually, I want to. Yeah, what's it called? Eldori. Yeah. How does that make you feel? Mr. Renthor, how does that make you feel?
It's another name.
You've been so aggressive, Joe.
Just-
It's so good
just-
to see you.
Just checking whether we've got something we can poke him with. Good keeps people in line. I trust him, but I don't trust him.
Wow, this is a lovely
He said out loud.
catch up.
Yeah, I'll turn that
Is
round.
anyone concerned about the Black Fire?
From
Yeah.
from over your shoulders, you're sort of regathered in this central main garden chamber. From the main door, you see another augur enter Isolantrix. She looks around.
Oh, timing.
Time.
Suspicious.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. That's gone. See you later.
I've just been hit by a grape.
Quickly! What's happening?
Where do you want to start?
There! And she's pointing to the fire billowing out of the top door. We have to protect everything. Help me!
It's not hot.
And she just runs.
No.
She runs toward that area. She runs up towards the top doors.
I should point out that there's an awful lot of scrolls and stuff in this room.
Are they on fire?
No.
Well, help me then.
Sylvan's going to deliberately obscure who he is, if possible.
Okay.
Melandrix.
Yeah. Do you want to make a? Is that a deception roll?
I can do a deception if you prefer.
Yeah.
I did a
Pretty
stealth.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I've got back here, please. So you think get them out from there?
28.
Sienna.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got a
The head's
size
caught on
kit.
something.
That'll be
A
plenty.
fake moustache and a pair of glasses.
What are you making yourself look like, particularly?
An
Groucho.
auger. So just in a generic background of
They've all
auger.
got moustaches and
I've probably got a grey beard with two wires.
Okay. The library, the cartography, and she just runs forwards, and she's looking at you as
Yeah,
well.
you will
Help!
join it.
Help!
Yeah, you will join it.
Oh shit!
Up
That's
to
the library. Okay.
Jordan, is there anything you can do about this fire?
no, I don't think so. I'm not going to lie.
good.
I don't think it's I don't think so.
Cool.
Well,
we
obviously
run?
we'll run off after her and try and help.
There is water in the pool.
The fire's not hot yet. I don't even know what's. Yeah, I don't know what's going on yet.
Should we follow a lantern?
I see. Before I run, I'd kind of inspect two of the bodies. That's all I want to do. I want to inspect the guy, the ranger, and on the way back, the guy that was armoured in the stairs. I'm just going to look for some contract potentially of
Go
yeah,
ahead, give
some
me
contract. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick bit of paper, maybe as they
Good
use
shout.
who sent
Good
them in.
shout.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
26 it'll be.
Expert
Is there anything
keepers.
on? That'll be on the ranger probably because that's where we are at the moment. Is there anything on the ranger?
So they don't have any
Tons.
tongues. They're not carrying. The ranger is not carrying possessions of any
No.
nature, other than their quiver and arrows and
Small
the
bows.
bow, which was dropped in that main room as well. That one. You did notice as well as things just settled down just fractionally. There were multiple dead augurs in the on the floor in that circular table room as well. The overwhelming similarity is the fact that it seems just about every one of these people you've encountered as you search the different bodies there seem to have suffered the exact same mutilation.
Cool.
Whoever that was by isn't clear, but there's no possessions on either of them of note.
The augurs themselves presumably haven't had the tongues cut out. They've just been
They have
murdered.
not.
Good.
They have not.
It's only these dudes.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no possessions on
That's
either of
fine.
them.
Yeah, cool.
You head,
Obviously
to the
didn't
top,
want to talk about something.
you head to the top of the stairs,
No witnesses.
and that is where we're going to leave tonight's session.
We got Silden back.
As an afterthought, as a following on after at the Lantrix, I'm going to pick up the 2 darts that I threw and that missed earlier on.
Plenty spare change.
Oh yeah, not letting them go to waste.
Are you keeping track? I haven't been keeping track of crossbow bolts.
Well, I've only got a few darts,
Oh, okay.
so
You can recover half after.
Yeah, I've got a case of them.
It's the session after the session where we count all our
Yeah.
consumables.
Thank you very much, everybody, this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Work on repairing cameras and the like in the
Very
background.
well.
A combat episode for a change.
Oh.
That hasn't happened for a while.
There was that fight in the Bastion.
Smoosh, smoosh.
Belly fight.
That was over fairly quickly though.
It was.
Thank you very much, everyone that joined us tonight, to all of our old and new friends, Rika, Kakone, etc., 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 etc. Thank you very much, guys. We will see you next Tuesday, probably. I say probably. I'm tight for time next Tuesday, but I think I can make it work.
GMT.
We've been Die Rolling,
We certainly
and
have.
I shouldn't have said that because that ruins my final
Oh, you ruined
We've
it.
been 6 D&D players, and sometimes we're known as
Da-